Assuming Doncaster do not win both their games before the festivities begin, regardless of results elsewhere over this weekend, Pompey will be top for Christmas with a win tonight. How big does that sound? But the team in question to play are the current league leaders, Hull City. But the Tigers have recorded 2 successive league defeats in the last 7 days or so. It is a big one. It is live here for you on Fournilwritten all over it. Good evening. We're back streaming the games and we'll continue to do so for the foreseeable future, as it was announced yesterday that Pompey would head into Tier 3 restrictions as of tomorrow morning. Hello to Will up the Cheltenham, up the Blues. Another harness hat-trick would be lovely. The one and only Tom. Good evening, Brad. Welcome to the stream, mate. 1-1 says Cods Vlogs. Mate, I don't know, it's very hyped. Ben's very excited. Matty's here. Robin's on tour here. Cody's in. Barrow's in. Good evening to you all and welcome to Lee on Facebook as well. Let's go top of the league. So let's go top of the league. Would be lovely, wouldn't it? Would be lovely. This isn't going to stop our hunt, obviously. The fact that we're up into Tier 3, that isn't going to stop the hunt for top spot, as indeed we do travel to Humberside this Friday evening, as we just said, to face a Hull City side who have picked up 2 defeats in their last 2 games. A 3-2 loss at Bloomfield Road, and Shrewsbury took a narrow 1-0 win from the KCOM last weekend. And that'd be lovely if we can replicate that this evening. A good evening to Aaron, who says a very good evening. He's going for a Pompey 4-0 win. Hello to Richard Newman, who joins us, as well as Duncan, who's going for a 5-0. Traditional Signs of London is buzzing, and he says, let's go top of the league. 15-0 written all over it from Benjamin Dawson. 2-1 Pompey, says Kaysen. And Lewis EFC is going for a 3-2 Hull. To be honest, ladies and gents, I know the name of the game is 4-0. I appreciate that. However, this is going to be one of those evenings where I'm not entirely confident. I'm never entirely confident it's going to be a 4-0 win, but it's one of those evenings where you think it's probably not very likely to be a 4-0 tonight. I'm going to be honest with you, because Hull are a very good side. They've scored a lot of goals this season so far. Obviously, they had an absolute mare for their last season in the Championship. I think they're actually looking good at this point of the season last year, and then everything. I think they lost a load of players during the transfer window, and then everything started to go downhill from there, and they ended up in League One with us. However, things are picking up. They're looking really good at the minute, and yeah, it's going to be a really, really interesting game this evening. I'm very much excited for it. Lee is has got his gin in his hand, so expect the comments to get progressively strange as the evening goes on. It's all lovely. It's all love. John has said, I'll settle for a Tom Naylor winner. Imagine a banger, mate. Imagine a banger from the halfway line. Stranger things have happened indeed. I've been banned for 30 days. Composed for being watch your broadcast. Much appreciated, Will. Appreciate that. Why were you banned from Facebook for 30 days? You were banned from the channel because you shouldn't have been banned whatsoever, I don't think. Forever Rovers has said, hope you've been. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, a draw means we can go top of goal difference. So yeah, I said in the intro that Doncaster Rovers have actually still got a chance of going top because of the games in hand they have. So it's all interesting stuff. But hopefully, you don't take 100% of the points from your 2 games in hand, and Pompey can stay top over Christmas. Miss your streaming. Felt lost when you weren't on, Aaron, mate. I much preferred being at Fratton Park. I'll be honest with you, but streaming is what we're going to have to do, I'm afraid, for the foreseeable. So I'm glad you enjoy them, because we're going to be here for a while. Amy said, evening, Tom. Hope you're well. Actually feel confident might be a 4-0 tonight. Amy, crikey. Need a bit of whatever you're having this evening. Ollie has said, good evening, going for a 2-1 win. Hello to Kieran. Thank you very much indeed. What's my prediction, Matt? I'm still going to say 4-0, mate. It is the biggest game of the season so far, as Ben has just said. I'm still going to go for a 4-0. Yeah, I am still going to go for 4-0, but it's probably not going to happen, is it? Let's be honest. We're tough opposition in the shape of Hull City this evening, and we will run through the team lineups. Is what we'll do. We've got 10 minutes to go until kickoff. So let's let's go for the Hull City lineup to start off with. In goal number 13, Matt Ingram. Back four of Callum Elder, Jacob Greaves, Reece Burke, and Josh Emmanuel. They've got a midfield three of Greg Docherty, Chris Smallwood, Reagan Slater, and then up top, James Scott, John McGuinness, and Malik Wilkes, who is the geezer in the thumbnail. Keane Lewis Potter is on the bench. They are without their captain this evening as well, Hull City. Let's see how Pompey are looking. Pretty much unchanged apart from a Jack Watmore injury. Not injury, he's not feeling very well apparently. So that's not the best news. However, we do start with Craig Bingilver in goal, back four. Of course, Callum Johnson, Sean Raggett, Rasmus Nikolaisen, Cameron Pring, midfield four of Ryan Williams, Tom Naylor, Andy Cannon, and Ronan Curtis, all behind the top two. Leading the line are John Marquis and Marcus Harness. It's a big night, ladies and gents. It's a really big night, and I'm very much looking forward to bringing it to you. We are just a couple of moments from kickoff. Let me know what you think of that lineup this evening. Do I rate Doncaster this season? Media of an Orders District for a long time. Won't be. Yeah, enough respect. Yeah, I mean, the table doesn't suggest a lot of the minute, does it? But I'll be interested to see where we are sort of a couple of games down the line. In terms of your league position. So there we go. I made the Peterborough game was good to be back. Yeah, absolutely, mate. It was fantastic to be back at Fratton Park. It is a very strong lineup. And as I said, John's quite correct when he says that Hull are without Honeyman tonight. They are indeed. Barrow on tours going for a 3-2 Pompey. Come on, Pompey, says Will Destroy. Good evening to Damien, who joins us on Facebook, and Stumpy. Hope you're good. Holloway never easy, but tonight, then top of the league. Keep the faith. Would be lovely, wouldn't it? Play up, Pompey. Thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully you can sit with us, Stumpy, for the evening as we bring you complete coverage of this one. Someone else who will be joining me very shortly will be Andrew. He will hopefully be with us by half time. We'll be able to enjoy most of this, hopefully enjoy by that point. Hopefully we're a couple of goals up by then. Most of the second half with him. So there we go. William Thompson from the USA. William, I saw, have you been snowed under, mate, in New York State? I think that was yesterday. I rate our chances if we don't have Tuesdays. Yeah, so Tuesday's referee, I did a little bit of research, boys and girls, and he's only ever really officiated in League 1 and 2. The gentleman that's going to be in charge this evening, Michael Salisbury, is a lot more... I don't know, lot more well regarded than Alan Young, I believe, was the guy who made a mess of things the other night. And that really was, for me, I don't know what the 57 other people, or 59 now that join us across YouTube and Facebook thought, but he really, really ruined the game. He really did. And, it was incredibly stop-start. When games are all about the referee, it's just never good, really. You can never get any enjoyment. Fleetwood came with an agenda, didn't they? And they played the game better than we did. Obviously, given the management of the football club, they're going to be a bit of a team that, whatever you want to say. But given Joey Barton's track record, they're not going to be the cleanest of teams, are they? So, yes, the ref was that bad, mate. And as Leah said, he destroyed the game, absolutely. Cyber's got a feeling that tonight is going to be a good night. Let's hope so. Abby saying, without Watmore, I'll go for a 2-2 draw today. Abby, we'll take that, to be honest. How do we feel about Watmore not being in the side, ladies and gents? Because it is a bit of a loss. But at the same time, it will be good to see Rasmus Nikolaisen. I think he's a very, very good player, and he's still got a lot to prove for Pompey. But it would have been nice to be able to see Rasmus and Jack alongside each other. I think that's probably the duo that I'd like to see. Aaron's saying, calling a Marquis hat-trick. That'd be wonderful if that happened. Fair play to Fleetwood. They came with John. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But, I don't know. I think the referee had a part to play, absolutely. They must have known the ref's decision-making, if you can call it decisions, absolutely. In Rasmus, me trust, absolutely. Hopefully he has a brilliant game this evening, be good for his confidence. Good evening to John Whiteside, who joins us on Facebook. Welcome along to the stream, John. I hope you're well. Ladies and gents, if you haven't yet liked the stream, whether you join us on Facebook or YouTube, please make sure you do so. We get up to 100 likes as soon as is possible. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, the first 15 minutes Rasmus will get looked at. Yeah, so I don't know if you're John McGuinness or Malik Wilkes, you're just going to target the fact that Rasmus hasn't been in the side, aren't you? So, and it is, as Richard said, no better time for Rasmus to stamp his class. And perhaps he could even hold a place above the rest of the team. Like he might even, I don't think he'll get the place off Jack, but it might prove to Kenny Jackett or give him no choice perhaps that he should be starting either in front of Raggett or, whatever. So hopefully, good luck tonight. Thank you very much, John. Much appreciated. Hello to Gary. Pompey fan here from Malta 2 wants the Blues play at Pompey. Much appreciated, Gary. Hope you're well, mate. And it might be a little bit warmer than it is here this evening on the beautiful South Coast. He was my man of the match last couple of games at Raggett. Hasn't been too bad. Yeah, so Raggett's had a couple of good performances. Sean is up for this one. He hasn't had bad performances, mate. He's been all right. And I think he played really well the other night at home to Fleetwood. The only thing is Jack Watmore did play superbly on Tuesday night, and he also played superbly the evening before as well. So there we go. Evening, Tom. Greetings from Bergamo, Italy. Checking in with Big Joe. 2-2 tonight. Seen a couple of 2-0s, ladies and gents. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. McGilvery hat-trick. It's an interesting one. Not sure how close you're going to be with that prediction, if I'm honest, Jeff. But there we go. Pompey lads going for a 2-1. Up the Blues indeed. Ladies and gents, why don't we all do the same? Let's get our score predictions in the comments down below. There is now less than 5 minutes to go until kickoff. The stream is on ultra low latency this evening, which means that hopefully it is as real time as possible. I am slightly delayed with Sky Sports this evening, so you will probably see things go in before I do. So if you do, then I'm sorry, but there we go. Andrew Watkins is going for a 2-1 Pompey. 2 times 2-0 equals 4. Let's have that. First half, second half. Lovely stuff. 3-1 Pompey. 1-0 Harness. 3-1 Pompey. Richard's going for a 2-all. The offsiders are in. I reckon that's Ellis. I'm just having a guess, but it probably is. Or it could be Alex. I don't know. Both pundits on Sky are both back in Pompey. Yes, of course they are, Aaron. Of course they are. It's a 3-1 win, says Sean Mead. He's going for a 3-1 away win, says John on Facebook. Forever Row was saying 3-0 Pompey. McCann will go downhill and Alan will keep his yes, man. What should we mean by that, mate? But there we go. Yeah. If you could refrain from spoiling the game, that'd be much appreciated. So, yeah. Oh, I wonder who that is. No chance. No chance at all. I think that's going to be a 2-0, perhaps. 3-1 Pompey, says Lee. He's a neutral. Andrew Watkins, he's going 2-1 Pompey. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. We're just watching a little bit of Ronan Curtis scoring some goals on the screen at the minute, so it's always lovely to see. Hopefully you can do the same this evening. That'd be much appreciated. Boys and girls, if there is anyone who hasn't yet seen the team lineup for whatever reason, I will bring it to you now. The Pompey lineup, won't bother with the whole City lineup, but we'll go for the Pompey lineup. It's Craig Gill, pretty much unchanged apart from that one swap. Rasmus Nikolaisen in for the Jack Watmore, who is ill. But it is Callum Johnson, Sean Raggett, Rasmus Nikolaisen, Cameron Pring, who is doing excellently, by the way, and had a fantastic. He was right next to us on Fleetwood on Tuesday night against Fleetwood, and I thought he performed excellently well. So looking forward to seeing more of him. The teams are coming out as I speak. Ryan Williams, Tom Naylor, Andy Cannon, and Ronan Curtis are the midfield 4, all behind John Marquis and Marcus Harness. I'm very quickly going to slip that over to the side. What time is kickoff? Kickoff is fast approaching, Jason. We are about to get underway in about a minute's time. 3-2 Pompey from a Villa fan. Good evening, Bailey. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't left us a like, that'd be much appreciated. Morris on the bench, wasted seat. Brilliant stuff. I love the constant comments regarding Bryn Morris. I think he's incredibly hard done by you, Lee, but there we go. Play up Pompey and missed that one from Stumpy. Make this horrible year a tad better by topping the league this evening. That would be fantastic as the whole City players trot over to do a little pointless warm-up with about 5 cones involved. Pompey will go and feel the field out, probably form a huddle and discuss the plan for this evening's game. Top of the league would be great. That is the plan. That is the plan this evening, and I'm sure it's a plan that we can put into action if we play the way we have been playing against some of the top sides this season. I'm talking Ipswich, I'm talking Peterborough, etc., etc. The list goes on from decent performances that we've had this season. If we can just replicate that this evening, Hull will be a side that want to play football. They're 3 without a win. They're going to be going for it. They want to stay at the top of the league, but we want to nick it off them as well. So that's the little bit of pre-match talk before we get cracking. And tonight will be, as Cybers just said, a confidence booster if possible. I truly hope Morris hat-trick. My word, that would be absolutely unreal. 4-1 Pompey says Thomas. Yes, man, is someone who will do everything the board say. Oh, okay. Fair play. Big up to Pompey. Absolutely. Twitter says we're underway. I'm not quite underway at the minute. I'm watching the boys in a huddle. So if we're underway, we're underway. There are not any Hull fans at the ground. No, I don't believe there are. He needs warming up. It was 20 below, freezing last night. William, get the fire on, mate. Get the heating on. Hopefully, the team will warm you up inside with their performance this evening. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Win, draw, or lose, it's always up the Blues. Absolutely, Peter, absolutely. And Brendan is up the Blues as well. Right, boys and girls, it has. We have kicked off. We haven't yet. We're taking the knee for me, and Ryan Williams is about to take kickoff for Pompey. And once again, the message is loud and clear. As it was on Tuesday night, there is no room for racism within football or society as a wider thing. And it's David Stowell and Keith Andrews who are on the commentary for Sky Sports. Not that that matters because you're listening to my commentary. So there we go. We are going to maul the Tigers, says Brendan. Let's hope so, mate. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I'm 45 seconds behind. That's not too bad. I'm happy with that. I'm probably a little bit less behind than you think I am because this takes a couple of seconds to come through onto YouTube to you. But there we go. Right, Hull City do have the ball, but it's Cameron Pring who's come across and he's made an early challenge. And Malik Wilkes is down already. 7 goals so far this season for that man. Hopefully he cannot add to that tally this evening. He's still dreaming of a Ollie, if that happened, mate, a scorpion kick on the halfway line, I think we would all lose the plot completely. I think we would. I definitely would anyway. So there we go. Right, it's a set piece to be delivered from the right-hand side, early doors for Hull City. Unfortunately, the pitch has got some sort of rugby markings on it. I assume some rugby's been played at the KCOM recently. As that ball goes in, and that's Sean Raggett with the header away. Ryan Williams will give chase. But Greg Doherty, the Scotsman, has got it under control. He's managed to absolutely do Ryan Williams there. And it's it's Sean Raggett who's done excellently well to get the ball off James Scott. And that ball's played up the field, only to be stamped back towards Pompey territory as Rasmus has hit one. And it's kind of a bit of a wayward clearance. Callum Johnson's there to deal with it. And I think he'll go down for a foul, and he will win that foul committed by James Scott. Ladies and gents, if you're just joining us, we're underway, and if you could leave the stream a like, that'd be much appreciated. We're hoping to head towards 100 likes before we get Andrew on at halftime. Let's go for that as an aim. So if you could do that, get that done for me, that'd be much appreciated. And if you're brand new to the channel as well, make sure you subscribe because we're heading towards the 7,000 subscriber mark. And the quicker we get there, the better that is. So if you could do me a favor, get subscribing, that'd be much appreciated. As Tom Naylor heads the ball forward, and John Marquis could be in here, and he's done really well to keep it under control, but he just can't hold on to it for long enough. And Marcus Harness will chase that one alongside Andy Cannon, and that will be a Pompey throw in a dangerous position. Andy Cannon has the ball at his feet, up to Marcus Harness, and that is another Pompey throw-in that Callum Johnson will again take. 2.5 minutes played in this one. We're live across YouTube and Facebook for the game this evening. A very warm welcome to everyone who joins us. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday evening. Andy Cannon on the ball on this near side. He finds Marcus Harness, who plays a clever ball to Callum Johnson, but Callum Elder, the Australian, will look to deal with that one. He hasn't done so, and the ball's managed to work its way into John Marquis, who doesn't jump for it. Callum Johnson with the early delivery, and that one is out for a Matt Ingram goal kick. Art Erman is going for a 2-0 home win. I actually went to Pompey today. Lovely stuff. Hull away. Never my favourite away trip. Wish I was there now. Be tough to take a draw. Hoping for a sneaky win. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? There we go. There's Rasmus Nikolaisen again with just put his boot through it completely to try and deal with it. And Michael Salisbury's blown up for a foul in favour of Andy Cannon. It was the captain for Hull City this evening who committed that one. I just want to watch a replay of that again. It's Richard Smallwood, who is a veteran of the EFL, ex-Rotherham. He's 29 now. So, yeah, I don't know why he's committed that so early doors, but there we go. Chris, good evening, mate. He's going for a 2-1 Pompey. That'd be wonderful if we could make that happen. As Rasmus Nikolaisen is going to take this free kick for Pompey. It's headed towards John Marquis. Marcus Harness is looking to gather this one. But James Scott's back there to pick up possession for Hull City. They work it well, and Richard Smallwood has found, I believe, that is Josh Emmanuel on the far side. It is indeed. And he looks to play a ball forward to his colleague Regan Slater. Pompey have given that one away, actually, and this is dangerous for Hull City. Can he find a shirt in orange? No, he can't. Marcus Harness comes across excellently to deal with that one, and off we go. Here comes the Pompey counter-attack. It's John Marquis. Marcus Harness, edge of the box, hits one, and it's over for a Pompey corner. Oh, my word. I'm seeing comments, boys and girls, and it's an own goal. Oh, my word. Has there been a goal? Yes, there has. I'm yet to see it. Oh, this is irritating, isn't it? But hopefully it works from a Marcus Harness corner. Sorry, for a Marcus Harness who won the corner, and it's Cameron Pring who's come over to take this one. And if Sean Raggett has scored, I will be amazed. Here comes the left-footed in-swinger, and it is deep to the far post. Is it Sean Raggett? I don't think it will go down as his goal, but he was the closest Pompey player to it, and that is an excellent start. That is a fantastic start. I knew it was coming, so I couldn't really celebrate, but that is top draw. Sean Raggett, of all people. And I think it will count. I think it will count. The referee's talking about it, but it's going to count. I hope so. Oh, yes. Hold the front page. Hold the back page. Pompey have taken the lead. It's only been 5 minutes for Sean Raggett to score. Let's watch this again. No, there's nothing wrong with that, referee. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one, boys and girls. I'm not sure about that one. But anyway, the goal will stand. We are back underway. But ladies and gents, whoever watched the Fleetwood game, that goal would not have stood from that referee. It would not have done. The scoreboard's done. The scoreboard's done. The scoreboard's done. Sean Raggett. What a legend. Oh, and now, as people say, a goal is a goal. Absolutely, a goal is a goal. But I don't think that would have been given on Tuesday. And I think a lot of people would probably agree with me on that one. But doesn't matter in the slightest because Pompey are 1-0 up. That impressive away form continues. And that is now, at the moment, that'll be 8 wins out of 9 on the road so far this season. And John Marquis could be away here. As twice now that the ball's come over quite easily for him, actually, over the top. And I think it's been Tom Naylor both times. So there we go. Not the scorpion kick Ollie was dreaming of, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Absolutely. Who is top of the league? Lee, that's a very good question, mate. I believe it's Pompey right now, which is great news. It's great news. And it's the best possible start. Sean Raggett on the score sheet as well. Love it. Here we go. Callum Johnson on this near side. Andy Cannon on the ball on this near touch. A lot of the football being played quite close to the Sky cameras this evening as the goal scorer Sean Raggett fires one up in the direction of John Marquis, but Callum Elder's got that one away to Greg Doherty, who fires one over halfway, and Sean Raggett will look to deal with that one. He hasn't done so, and Hull are in possession. James Scott now. 20-year-old driving down the left-hand side, gets a ball in early doors, and Rasmus Nikolaisen is there to deal with that one. Not convincingly, though. Ball back in to the box, and this is dangerous. John McGuinness gets his shot away, And that one was dealt well with by Pompey, and the ball is now up on the halfway line with Hull City. It's Greg Doherty seen a lot of the ball so far. He puts the ball through, and that's gone past Ronan Curtis. And it's Josh Emmanuel who puts the ball in. Rasmus with an excellent header away. But again, it's not to a Pompey player. And it has gone down, as Gary has said, as an own goal for Jacob Greaves. So there we go. The 20-year-old, number 24 for Hull City. As Pompey regain a little bit of composure after going up early. Callum Johnson with the ball at his feet. He's going to find Marcus Harness, who I feel hasn't quite been on the metal so far this season. So this last week or so, he's been on the metal so far this week. My word. Let me start that again. He hasn't quite been on the metal last 2 games I've seen him play. That's all I'm going to say. He's a fantastic player for us. So hopefully he can have a better game this evening. That'd be excellent. It has gone down as an own goal. I thought it would do. I'm just reading through a conversation between Stumpy and Elizabeth, and I'm going to leave them to it. 10 minutes is on the clock here at the KCOM as Josh Emmanuel is working his way down that far right-hand side as Cameron Pring and Ronan Curtis work together to get the ball off him, and that'll go out for a Hull City throw-in on the far side. Ladies and gents, there are 72 of you. Join us across YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't yet done so, leave the stream a like. Get subscribing to the channel. That'd be much appreciated. It will last, mate. Don't you worry. It will last for longer than it will for Ipswich, as that's a dangerous ball, actually, from Josh Emmanuel. Little flick on. It wasn't actually Josh. I think it was the flick on was Malik Wilkes, actually, but it was the ball in from Josh Emmanuel. He's done well to get past 3 Pompey players there, actually. But it was just wide of the post to McGilvery's left. And there we go. He's not happy. He's on 155. Well done, mate. Good stuff. Malon joins us from Brazil. Good evening. George is going for a 3-1 Pompey as his score prediction. No, we can't get ultra defensive. We've got to keep going for it, boys and girls. Got to keep pressing them, get a couple of goals in the back of the net, and then we'll be able to settle down a little bit and enjoy playing some football. But until then, we need to keep pressing, which I'm sure we will do. So that'd be great. And Pompey have scored 7 goals in the opening 15 minutes. Hull have scored 5. I believe that will probably be, I don't know where all those 7 goals have come from, because didn't really have us down as a team that scored that often. But there we go. We are leading with a goal. 81 of you now join us across YouTube and Facebook. A very good evening to you all. I hope you're all well on this fine Friday evening. So, yeah, and 11 minutes has been played, boys and girls. Good vibes from Nepal. Good evening. Good evening. Are you a Pompey fan? I am indeed, mate. I am indeed. As John Marquis has found Tom Naylor on the near side. It's good football by Pompey. Left-hand side of the pitch. Ronan Curtis working his way down. He's beaten Josh Emmanuel and has managed to get a ball in, but there's no one there waiting for it on the edge of the Hull City penalty area, and Callum Johnson will arrive to pick it up as he almost plays a beautiful ball through to Marcus Harness. He's managed to get the ball back off the Hull City defence. He's done brilliantly well, Harness, there, and that one is out for a throw-in. I thought it might have been a corner, actually, but there we go. So Pompey throw-in in a decent position. Hull very good attacking. Yeah, no, they are, mate. Absolutely. But Pompey are better at this moment in time. 1 goal in, which is wonderful. Andy Cannon to Tom Naylor, who puts a ball in, and there's no one there to pick it up, and Emmanuel will watch it leave the field of play, and that one will be a goal kick, which Matt Ingram will take in a couple of moments. Well, what an excellent start to the game this has been, boys and girls. We are buzzing with the start to the game. Wonderful start to our Friday evening, wonderful start to the weekend, and as William has just said, we are indeed winning on corners too, which is the best news. So there we go, as Kenny Jackett will be happy with. And luckily, we're on Sky and we're playing this well. It's a great start to the game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, boys and girls. We're only 12 and a bit minutes in, but they do look good. And I'm glad people across the country will be watching this on Sky thinking, oh, Pompey are a good team, hopefully. hopefully we'll get to 90 minutes with that opinion still intact as Richard Smallwood marches over to take a free kick, which has been given for Hull City. It's all well and good saying, game in hand, but they've still got to win that game in hand, mate. So, just keep an eye on that, because games in hands are brilliant. That one's easily gathered by McGilvery. Games in hands are excellent, but you have still got to win those games in hand. I mean, it's points on the board, for me, is more important than saying, oh, we've got a game in hand. Well, you have still got to go and get 3 points for that one. So, yeah, I've never really felt like Pompey are a team that do rely on games in hand at points during the season, but I don't think that's ever a good idea, especially in a league as unpredictable in League One. Right, 14 minutes has been played in this one. We are live from the KCOM. Well, we're live from Fournilwrittenalloverit headquarters, but we are watching the game live from the KCOM. And best possible start, best possible opening. Quarter of an hour as Callum Johnson heads the ball far and wide, and that one finds John Marquis, who's done well to get it down to Marcus Harness, who plays a brilliant ball through. It's a heavy touch from Ronan Curtis. And Hull City will get that one away courtesy of the goal. Well, the actual goal scorer, Jacob Greaves, but I think Sean Raggett will want to claim that one. I don't know whether it will go down. I think Sky Sports will probably say it was an own goal. But I think Sean will probably want to take the credit for that one, because he has scored a couple so far this year, hasn't he? Ball is in Craig McGilvery's capable hands at the moment as he fires one up the pitch towards John Marquis, but that one straight to the Hull City centre half as Marcus Harness picks up the second ball. That's brilliant skill. Exquisite skill from that man. And a brilliant pass as well. Ryan Williams trying to go for the fancy. We've managed to win it back, though, Pompey's done well. And Ryan Williams drives his shot, and that'll be a corner for Pompey. Excellent little passage of play there. We do well to win the ball back, and his shot's deflected behind. And that's excellent football. Excellent football. And it is another corner. And if the BBC say it's an own goal, it is most likely an own goal. But there we go. Harness, as Anthony has said, is a class act. And then he's completely blown out anything I was saying about him a couple of minutes ago. But he's top drawer. We're very lucky to have him. It's just a shame that he's not quite been on the metal for the last 2 games, but I'm sure he's back on it now, as that corner in is diabolical. It doesn't even beat the first man, and it will go out for a Pompey throw in on that far side. There's 83 of you that join us across YouTube and Facebook. If you could leave the stream a like, boys and girls, we're heading towards the 100 like mark. We're on 70 at the moment. If you could get us up to 100 before Andrew joins us at halftime, that'll be much appreciated. Don't believe the BBC. Harness better than low. So yeah, I'll go for that. Harness better than low. Not all day long, but what do we think? Better than low? Jamal Lowe was quality. Sean's still at work. Get in the blue. But Sean, get home and come and join us, mate. We're all enjoying the game this evening. Playing together as a team. Yeah, we have been doing recently, Aaron, and it's looking good. And it's already better than Blackpool. Absolutely. Good comments, boys and girls. Good comments. Good evening to Leeds 2020. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I believe people. It's a bit of a silly time to have the game on, because I've had to come home from work early for this one. I think most people might still be at work. I'm not sure. But anyway, life goes on. Marcus Harness, ball into the box, and John Marquis just can't get it. It's just a bit of a nightmare, really. He hasn't quite been able to get the ball from under his feet so far this evening, John Marquis. As Ryan Williams looks to put a ball in, and that one will be out for a Pompey throw-in a decent position. Yeah, that's what I was... Low is better, although Harness is quality. Yeah, they're two different players, so it's hard to compare, but I'd say my favourite of the two would be Marcus Harness. Just, I don't know why. Probably more quality than Jamal. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Cheers, Andy. Much appreciated, mate. Yeah, gutted, mate. Absolutely gutted. Oh, record this season, boys and girls, when scoring first for Pompey. 10 games, 9 wins, a solitary draw, and 0 losses. hopefully that's not a bad omen, but hopefully we continue that decent record. That's an excellent stat to have. That's like Liverpool standard. So there we go. 84 of you are joining us across YouTube and Facebook. Hope you are all well. If you haven't yet left the stream a like, we're up to 72, boys and girls. If we get that anywhere near 100 this evening, that'd be much appreciated, as I've found a spot on my neck that is doing my head in. Just got in from work. How are we playing? Mark in Malta. Mark in Malta, we are doing swimmingly well. Pompey with all of the chances, a Hull with a couple at the other end, but we've been mostly focused on our attacking half so far. Jake's Angling is an Ipswich Town fan. All hopes for you tonight. Good luck. He wants Pompey to win. Can't stand Hull. There we go, mate. Fair play to you. Thank you for the kind words. If I told you that, I'd have to kill you. And no, I won't have to kill you, but it's just not very interesting. As the referee, I believe, has blown up for a foul. I don't know who it's for. But there we go. Sorry, I can't be more detailed on that one, but there is something's going on. I believe something's going on. I don't know what it is. I can't hear the game, boys and girls. It's a goal kick, I believe, or it's a but we'll call it a goal kick. Whatever happened, we'll call it a goal kick. I think Cameron Pring was involved somewhat. But that goal kick has now been taken. Can't get my words out this evening. Trying to talk too quickly. And Hull City will look to capitalise on the possession they have. Richard Smallwood finds Josh Emmanuel on that far side. He hasn't quite beaten Ronan Curtis. He's managed to force him back. And he will be able to find the ball. And the referee's going to play an advantage here as Wilkes drives into the edge of the box. He's got past Naylor. Can't get past Cannon. Cameron Pring comes across and wins the free kick for Pompey. There we go. Banner at the bottom looks good. Thanks, mate. Going up in the world. Got some overlays going on. If you haven't yet, let me point to them properly. If you haven't yet followed us on there, boys and girls, make sure you do so, because you get all the behind the scenes look at what happens with the channel, etc., etc. I post regularly on my Instagram story all things Pompey, so if you want to keep updated on that, then you're more than welcome to go and drop us a follow. That'd be much appreciated. The score is 1-0 to Pompey. Just over 20 minutes has been played. We are live for the evening here on YouTube, and 90 of you join us. So a very warm welcome to you all, and hope you're all doing fantastically well. And already, James Joyce has just dropped us a follow on Instagram. So James, if you're watching the stream, much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much indeed for doing that. As the ball is back with Matt Ingram on the halfway. As the ball's gone up to the halfway line. Has your dad found the exit yet? That Pompey are indeed dominating. Absolutely. He is still trying to work his way out of Fratton Park, and hopefully he'll be here before the halftime whistle. Dean Harris as well. Thank you for the follow, boy. Boyo. I was going to call you boy. Dan Harris. Sorry, not Dean. Dan with 2 A's. Dan Harris. Thank you for following us on Instagram, mate. Much appreciated. If you want to be like Dan and the other guy whose name I've forgotten, James Joyce, then just... Oh, where is it? Over there. Over there. Type that one into Instagram and go and do that. If you haven't yet done so as well, go and subscribe down below, boys and girls. It only takes you a second. And the more the merrier. Joining the 4Nil crew. Hopefully we can be back at Fratton Park as soon as possible. The thing is, right, I'll let you into a little secret. What he does is I'll be filming like us walking out the ground, starting to talk to camera, discussing the game, etc., etc. And he'll just go, "Oh, Tom, get your camera on." I go, "For what reason?" It's, "Oh, I'm just going to do something. Just film me talking." And then I film him, and then he goes, "Oh, do you know where the exit is?" And we're stood right next to the steward who's got the exit this way lollipop thing. It's happened before. You might have seen in our game against Sunderland away at the Stadium of Light, the thumbnail with the flare in it. Went to the Toby Carvery, and there's a massive sign on the side that said "Entrance this way." And Dad did a little clip saying, "Do you know where the entrance is?" And it was the most obvious thing in the world. It was quite funny. May I ask how come you decided to call your YouTube channel Fournilwrittenalloverit? Just a catchphrase that followed us around, mate, for years before we started doing the YouTube videos. You hear it in football. This game's got Fournilwrittenalloverit, whatever, etc., etc. It's just kind of stuck. Something we used to say. Dad always used to bet £1 on the game finishing 4-0 to Pompey. And then that's where the phrase "Fournilwrittenalloverit" written all over it came from for us. Comedy ingenuity, absolutely. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Aaron. Glad you enjoyed it. Last two away games look decent, starting to gel nicely. Absolutely, Simon. Thanks for the comment, mate. Greetings from Colombia. Good evening to JP Legui. Hope you're well, mate. There's 107 of you that join us across YouTube and Facebook now, boys and girls. If you're just joining us, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, also like the stream and drop us a follow on either of these two. That'd be much appreciated. Keep up to date with all things Pompey. We'll keep bringing you the streams. As John Marquis is on the edge of the box after a ball from Andy Cannon, and that is a corner conceded by Jacob Greaves, who did inadvertently put the ball in his own net with 5 minutes into the game. And Pompey will look to try and work one in. What's upsetting me is that you will probably know whether a goal's gone in on the, on the back of this corner, which is so frustrating. But it's Cameron Pring who will trot over, retrieve the ball, pops it down, and will be another left-footed in-swinger for Pompey. 24 minutes has been played, as there's a hive of activity in the whole city penalty area. Rasmus Nikolaisen went up for that one. The referee's blown for a foul on the whole city centre-back. And I've just realised I haven't eaten anything, and we're going to be live till about 7 o'clock. So that's not the best news. But there we go. Such is the modern world. We're going to crack on, boys and girls. Jake said, I love watching your streams. My favourite, Alex Griffin, are the best. You make it like you're at the game, and that's what. No, thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying Alex's content as well. If Tom Naylor scores tonight, 3 points in the bag, absolutely. Kuntun Loan is going for a 2-1. Thank you for that. Hope you're well. Welcome along to the stream, as is a very warm welcome to Robert. And our goal difference is 16, which I believe is probably the best in the league at the minute, isn't it? I haven't checked that, but it probably is. No matter what happens this weekend, boys and girls, assuming there isn't a result for Doncaster, actually, let me rephrase that. Assuming Doncaster don't win both their games in hand, Pompey will be top at Christmas at this moment in time. And that on the screen, let's do a little share screen, shall we? Just to cheer us up a little bit. Let's have a look. Before we do so, Marcus Harness, Ryan Williams, brilliant pass. Curtis has probably got too many bodies in his way in order to work there. Go get some food at half time. Yeah, I'm going to need Andrew to cover for me while I go and do that. I am still waiting for him to join us. I've got him sort of waiting in the wings, but at the minute that's all I can see at the minute. So not the best news, but we'll carry on, and hopefully he joins us shortly. Cannon always looks class, Anthony. Anthony or Anthony, let me know. He always looks class. Jake saying 3-1 Pompey. Enjoy football training, mate. All the best, and have an amazing Christmas. Have a small Christmas. Where have the jacket brigade gone, Tom? I don't know, Sean, mate. I don't know. They all go into hiding when things start going well. Accrington top if they win through. Yeah, that's mental, isn't it? How does that work? I don't think that will happen, though. I also don't think they've got the 3 games in hand before Christmas. So we're going for the before Christmas for now. But yeah, goal difference of 16 is top draw. That's by far the best goal difference in the league. In front of Hull on 12. So there we go. But if things stay the way they are, which things are looking, I don't want to speak too soon, but things are looking a little bit comfortable at the minute. Not looking a little bit comfortable, they're looking extremely comfortable. But if things stay the way they are, that will be 3 losses on the trot for Hull City, which I don't know, is that cause for concern? If there are any Hull fans in here, let me know. But I was going to do a quick share of the screen, which I'm going to do now, and I definitely need to work out a way in order to some more sublimely introduce that. But, ladies and gents, we do have the League One table on the screen for you, and that makes for very good reading, doesn't it? Look at that. Lovely, and you can just see Andrew there. I'll take him out. There we go. That is what we like to see. And I think we'll just leave that there, just for everyone to see. Thank you very much for the follow on Instagram, Hayden. If you want to go zoom in. How can I do that? I don't think I can because it's a. But anyway, just go up close to your screen. If I make it full screen, do you think that'll do it? No, it's going to make no difference whatsoever, is it? But anyway, that's how the league table's looking at the moment, which is excellent. And form-wise, Pompey are looking good. We're just everything's decent at the minute. Everything is decent. Everything's rosy and lovely, which is what we like to see, isn't it? Nothing wrong with things looking up, but let's keep it that way, boys and girls. Callum Johnson's taken a throw in, and Ryan Williams has come to claim it. That ball will work its way back to Sean Raggett. George reckons Pompey are going up. Marquis is scoring penalties. Interesting. Thanks, guys. I Oh yeah, I could. Can I? No, I can't. There we go. I need at least one more before half time. Aaron said, "Yeah, absolutely." Hello to Shrewsbury Town Fan TV. Welcome along to the stream. Hope you're well. Pompey looking for likely. Yeah, we're playing a lot of good football, which is good. Jay's Ashman has said, "Love watching your streams as a Sunderland fan. I thought Hull were poor in the cup. Should be comfortable for Pompey. I still don't know how you didn't beat us at the Stadium of Light." I think we did beat you at the Stadium of Light, actually, mate. But there we go. Draw would be good result for us not getting carried away. Yeah, I mean, we'd love a win. Of course, we'd love a win. But I think a draw doesn't put us top, does it? So the one team you should maybe be careful is Blackpool. Yeah. Well, to be fair, we played them quite recently, so we're not too concerned about them, Kieran. But I completely agree with what you're saying. Blackpool looked like a very well-organised side when we played them the other week. Sorry, it wasn't the other day. But there we go. There's one team that are something, well, a cause for concern at the moment for them, not for anyone else. Plymouth Argyle, who have now lost 5 games on the trot in League One, which is not what you like to see, is it, boys and girls? So yeah, feeling for Plymouth at the moment, but things are looking up for Pompey as we are now top of the league and heading towards the 30-minute mark. And McGilvery has had to come and make sure on that one, just pop it behind for a corner. It was Callum Elder's ball in. I don't think it was a direct attempt on goal, but it was a ball in nonetheless that troubled McGilvery enough for him to come across from his position, tip it over the crossbar. Not sure if it did need to be saved or not, but nonetheless, it is a corner ball for the home side. Decent win so far. It's not a win yet, mate. This could set us up for next 2 matches, but enjoy beating our former snake of a manager, Grant. There we go. Follows you on Instagram. My name is Hayden. Yes, Hayden, mate. I saw it. Hayden in it _ thank you for that. Yeah, payback for our part. Let's hope so. Max, you've missed brilliant opening opening half an hour of football, and that but in swinging corner. McGilvery, I'm not sure if that was a foul on McGilvery or not, but it's another corner on the far side. We're winning on corners, which is good. We're also winning in terms of the goals in the back of the net as well, which is even better news. So yeah, Max. They're winning on corners. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? I love the little thing about winning on corners. That one's been headed away, and Andy Cannon will come out and chase that one. And guess who's just coming in to join us this evening, ladies and gents? He's arrived. Welcome. How are you, son?
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you, mate. I've just got in from work. I'm going to watch 15 minutes of this, and I'll come to you at half time.
Cool. If you just stay there for a moment, let us know how your day's been. Oh dear. Oh, that's not quite gone so well. I'm going to need to come and refresh you, mate. You're a little bit behind. So if you entertain the viewers momentarily, everyone's saying good evening to you. So say good evening to everyone back. And you finally found you. Tell us about how you found your way out of Fratton Park after you were looking for the exit.
Oh, I saw some people with signs, Tom, and they helped me find my way out. I've never been in the North Stand before. That was a bit of luck, wasn't it, getting them tickets? You did well there to get those, mate. We're Group B, weren't we? So that was bang handy. And Alan, Group F, both pulled out the hat at the same time. So I thought that was excellent. The first game, mate, we were lucky to get the tickets for that as well.
There we go. We're back.
I'm back again, Tom. Sorry about that. A little break in the proceeds there, but yeah, no, I was excited to Tom. We were lucky to get to both games, weren't we? That's what I was thinking at Fratton Park. Just by chance, you managed to get those tickets for the first game on the. They didn't sell out, actually. We didn't sell the full allocation, did we, on the night? So that was very fortunate to get those, which I was really pleased about. And us being Group B and Group F for Alan on the second game, we got to see both games before lockdown again. So quite fortunate. Really, a lot of people weren't so fortunate, Tom. But then they should go online. And next time when the games come up, go online and buy your tickets, even if you're not in that group, because there are some still available, because not everyone takes them. That would be my advice. And the quicker you get on there, the quicker you get your tickets. Anyway, we're winning at
I've
Hull.
spoken too much about tickets this week, mate. It's doing my head in. Richard said, Andrew, be careful. Tom is after dinner. Run upstairs. I did say to the viewers that I was hungry. So I am going to leave you at half. Well, I won't leave you at half time, but I'll what's the plan? This is a bit unprofessional, but what?
No, I've got it sorted, mate. You don't worry about it. Red wine, some chicken in the oven, sorted.
Right, nice. There we go. Mate, we've had a fantastic opening half an hour. It's been brilliant. It was actually an own goal, as it goes, off
I don't care.
Off of Jacob Greaves, but guess who was nearest to it?
Don't tell me it was Raggett.
It was.
My word.
Good evening from South Korea. Welcome along to the stream. Hope you're well. We will have a look. We've got 10 minutes until half time, boys and girls. Who has been better so far? That would definitely be Pompey at the moment, but Hull City enjoying a little bit of possession. Myself and Andrew are watching the game as it happens at the moment. So we'll keep you updated as much as we can.
We're happy for Hull City to have the ball and the halfway line, which is virtually where they've got it. They can have it as much as they want and pass it around as much as they want there. What we need to do is look out. Good stop from Raggett there, to be fair. What we need to do is, and what we will do, is attack very quickly against the side that are pushing up to get an equaliser. I fancy us to get another 3, mate. This will be 4 in a minute, 4-0.
Let's hope so. Yeah, just to tell you about that one, he was cutting out Callum Elder, the Australian's low cross into the edge of the area. It's well defended. But would you believe it, mate? 0 shots on target from either side, but Pompey still remain a goal up in this one. Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know if that's quite right from Sky Sports, but there we go. I will just check the old stats on the. Yeah, no shots on target. 4 shots for the whole for Hull City, 3 for Pompey. Possession at the moment. It's a Brexit possession, 52% in Hull's favour to Pompey's 48. We have, I believe, we've still had 4 corners, so that's good. We're winning on corners still, which is excellent.
So I don't like to tempt fate, but we've got this under control, I think, and we've got Hull under control. They don't look as brilliant as people make them out to be. I don't think they're a bit clumsy, aren't they? Big units, bit clumsy. But I think if we're careful, we could win this 4-0.
It's quite a young side this evening as well. Jacob Greaves, the own goal scorer, as it were, is only 20 years old. James Scott, number 11, is only 20 as well. I mean, they've got the experience of Richard Smallwood in the centre, number 6. But in comes another attack from Hull, but that one's going to be headed behind, and that'll be a goal kick, I believe. Is it goal kick? That was a goal kick, wasn't
it? Yeah, goal kick.
Surely. How do you feel? Oh, greetings from Bulgaria, says Michael. Good evening, Michael. Hope you're well. Ollie says up the cods. I saw a comment. Shout out from Canada. Good evening to good morning, afternoon, just about to Canada. Hope you're well. Yeah, what I was going to say to you, mate, in football, do you feel like being top at Christmas is conclusive, or is it just a good thing to have to your name? Does it show that we've had a decent enough start to the season to consider ourselves as a good side?
If I'm honest, Tom, I don't like being top at this time because you're the target audience then, aren't you? So it's better that Hull are top and we win there tonight. We will be top, but probably only until tomorrow, possibly. Is that right?
No. If Doncaster don't win their 2 games in hand, Pompey will be top by Christmas. There is no one that can beat us other than Doncaster before Christmas.
Doncaster got 2 games before now Christmas then?
Yes, they have.
And we haven't got any?
No.
Right, interesting.
They'll play tomorrow and Tuesday.
So if they draw tomorrow, we'll stay top at Christmas?
Yeah, they have to have a 100% record in order to catch us, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything too scary. I just think when you're at top, you're top of the league and you're there to be shot at. But Christmas is a good time to be there because you're on the rundown. Then aren't you on the way down to the final part of games of the season? So
Yeah, just to clarify that, anything other than 2 wins for Doncaster and Pompey stay. Sorry, no, what am I trying to say? Yeah, anything other than 2 wins for Doncaster, Pompey will stay top for Christmas.
Well, I mean, I fancy to stay top for Christmas in that case, mate, because points on the board as opposed to games in hand are always much more sensible, aren't they? And
I said that earlier, yeah.
And also, Tom, the other thing is top at Christmas is different to being top in September because you are halfway through the season virtually, and therefore
pretty much played everyone, yeah.
Yeah, and you're capable of beating everyone anyway. So I think the second half of the season is where we normally come better in the second half of the season as well, don't we? So I fancy, but we're looking good, aren't we? And we're looking a very, very good outfit. Some great players out there playing some good football.
Yeah, there's been Marcus Harness has had a really good game. Andy Cannon is always superb. You just so many players that you could pick out and say, well, they've played really well so far. So it's good. We're 89 minutes into this one. Go on, mate.
No, I was going to say we've mentioned it a few times, but Kenny's listened to the crowd, hasn't he? He's listened to the people. He's listened to the messaging. He's listened to social media, and he's played the players we've been screaming about playing in the right formation, which is proving the point, isn't it? You don't need to be a brain surgeon to work this out. Hull are dangerous though on attack.
They are indeed. There's 103 of you that join us across YouTube and Facebook. Boys and girls, on 84 likes. If you could get us up to 100, that'd be much appreciated. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Myself and Andrew have been covering the games all season. We've also done 2 games for you at Fratton Park. So you haven't seen our videos for those, make sure once the stream's ended or once you get bored of us, head over to them and give them a watch. Let us know what you think of those 2. Obviously, I did say at the start, we won't be back at Fratton Park for the foreseeable. I think there's a bit of foul in there for Pompey, actually. I don't know. Rasmus, Nicolaisen and Sean Raggett complaining to the referee about something. Not quite sure what happened there. But yeah, make sure you go.
Who's he dropped Nicolaisen, Tom?
Jack Watmore is ill, I believe. So yeah, it's not. There was sort of people were a little bit concerned about that coming into this one, but funny enough, I don't think it's affected us too much.
Well, has he got? Has he got the virus? Is there a virus going around or something?
There's no detail on it. There is a virus going round, but there's no detail on whether Jack Watmore is a recipient of said virus. Right. Hoping not, obviously. But
I've heard there is a bit of a virus going around though, so he needs.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about that as well in the last sort of 9 months or so. Yeah. Not quite sure what it is though. I think probably need to hear about it more on the news in order to get a bit more.
Listen to the news tonight. Get a bit of clarity.
Bit more detail on it. I mean, it's not really been covered, has it, much this year? Anyway, we're drawing on corners. Interestingly, that the 2 games in hand that Doncaster have are against Burton and Shrewsbury. Burton, we saw them earlier on in the season. They weren't anything to write home about. Shrewsbury less so. I thought they were quite a good side. So hopefully they will drop some points and we can all have a wonderful festive top of the league Christmas.
Who they got? Doncaster, Shrewsbury, and who?
Shrewsbury and Burton.
Oh, Burton could turn them over.
You sure?
Yeah.
There we go. Lovely stuff. Well,
we've yet to win this game, but we are looking very, very handy.
It's been a comfortable first half of football. Well, absolutely, it has been.
We always say we play better against good sides, don't we? And therefore, we play not so good against poor sides.
Well, I think I take it a little bit further than that, as to say we play better against sides who want to play football. Whereas if Tuesday night is a good example. Fleetwood didn't want to play any football, did they? They just wanted to make life difficult for us and bounce off some poor officiating that they exploited, and such is the manager. So that's something that we've come to expect from those sort of teams. I think Wickham do it quite well as well, where they just sort of annoy teams enough in order to do well. But Hull City have wanted to play football. They are playing some football at the moment. Josh Emmanuel with the ball at his feet at the moment. And it's been a good battle actually on that right-hand side. So Malik Wilkes and Ronan Curtis coming up against each other. It's been easier for Pompey on this near right-hand side in order to penetrate the Hull City back four, but less so on that far side the other way round. is a little bit of an assessment that I'd give you on the first half. But they've just ran absolute rings around Marcus Harness there, and Callum Johnson's done really well to get back and stop any further attack on this occasion for the home side.
No,
Ben James makes a good point, saying he's just happy that we turned our form around from the start of the season. We went an awful long time. You remember it very well, Andrew. We discussed it at length at the time, but we went an awful long time without putting on any performances that were anything worth mentioning. Also, being able to score any goals really was a massive issue for us, wasn't it? So I'm so glad that we managed to sort it out.
Yeah, the reason for that, Tom, we discussed it many times, was the formation of the side and the players that were being selected in the wrong positions. Now he's sorted that out. It was always we said we've said from day one we've got the best players in this league individually. You have to play them in their positions. You have to play the formation. You have to play to the strengths. And finally, the pennies dropped, and Kenny Jackett and his gang are doing it, aren't they? And it was always there to be done, Tom. It was just a case of getting it right structurally. And you know, I think this Nick Alson guy, he's having a good night. The Norwegian guy, because he's in Hull, so he's pretty close to his home country, isn't he?
He's only a ferry trip away. Sean has said, "Don't think I would swap any player in their team for one of ours." Thoughts, guys?
No, oh, righty. Talk about Nick Alson. He's nearly scored an own goal then. No, the only one that I would say is dodgy. Is a great player for them? Is that Magindis?
Oh, McGuinness.
He looks lively. But you're right. I think we just got to keep playing the way we're playing, mate.
Okay, there we go. You wouldn't take any other than John McGuinness. You wouldn't take any players.
No.
William Thompson from the USA has made a very good point, saying that the change was the switch to 4-4-2, which is what we've spoken about.
Formation and players.
Absolutely. If you can.
Well, Kenny's
there we go. Kenny's got his what? Sorry.
His notebook. He's making notes.
He's making notes, and we are into the single.
No, he's not.
Sorry.
He's writing cards.
He's writing last-minute Christmas cards.
Yeah, he's busy.
He's writing last-minute Christmas cards. Just a couple of seconds left on the clock in this one. My phone's telling me that we have, in fact, finished.
No, we haven't.
We haven't on Sky Sports, but we have in reality. It has finished. It's 1-0 Pompey at halftime away at the KCOM Stadium, and that, Andrew, is a job well done for halftime. Would you like to welcome in any guests and to join us, perhaps, while one of us sorts some food?
Yeah, you crack on. Take me out of here for a minute, and I'll get some food on.
You back in 15 for the second half?
Okay, ciao.
Wonderful. Okay, no problem. We'll take Andrew out for the time. But before you go, Lee said he's writing down his new trouser order.
Yeah,
you remember the other week we had some dodgy.
He's writing down his Primark order, isn't he?
Well, it's last orders before Christmas for the next couple of days, isn't it? So he's probably thinking, "Oh shite, I need some new trousers."
Yeah, he probably does.
Getting to Matt Hills, who said playing really well. Don't bring Harrison on. Your thoughts on that one just before you leave us?
He's quite right. Harrison was shocking on Tuesday night against Fleetwood. He did nothing, did no penetration, no pushing up, no chasing down, no nothing. He was absolutely shocking, I thought, comparably to John Marcus, who ran after everything, chased it down and pushed to get the ball back. He was a journeyman, I think, Harrison. And if we get stuck in the last 5 to 10 minutes, you want to put a bigger unit up front just to keep the clean sheet, then that may be the option. But I certainly wouldn't play him before 5 minutes to the end.
Severely out of form, isn't he, Harrison, at the minute? So hopefully that can turn around at the minute.
Out of attitude, I think you've got to have have an unfortunate bit of form, but you need to show some desire, don't you? And he didn't.
Yeah. And as Matt's quite rightly said, we did turn into a lump it up the pitch and hope team
Yeah.
rather than let's play football and break these lot down. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't bring Ellis Harrison on. Andrew, I'm going to let you go and organise some food for the evening. I will. If you'd like to click the link, boys and girls, it's just been put into the chat. Come and join us. We can discuss that first half of football for Pompey. If you wish to do so, you're more than welcome to pop in. Richard Newman, Harrison has an awful touch. Yeah, I'm going to echo Andrew's sentiment there because he didn't look like anything special to me, Ellis Harrison. Didn't look like somebody wanted it, really, if I'm honest with you. Which is, it's not really not the best, is it? When you consider that, if you haven't been playing games as much as you'd like to, you probably would have thought you want to get out there, show yourself, and prove that you can get prove yourself as a place in the team. But sadly, he didn't do that. Didn't impress in the slightest, unfortunately. I'm going to put the StreamYard link back into the comments because it has disappeared since I last mentioned it. So this is going in as of now, boys and girls. You'd like to click the link, join us if you wish. Traditional Sides of London said, as much as I don't like Marcus's finishing, Harrison does struggle when he comes on. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have John Marcus over anyone else up top. In terms of what we've got at the moment, I think he's probably one of the league's best centre forwards, isn't he? So yeah, whether Kenny was just savouring John Marquis in order for him to be able to play a full 90 at this game or over Christmas, etc., busy period, that kind of thing. I'm not sure, but only time will tell. And there we go. Matty said, good first half. Keep it going in the second half. Yeah, all that needs to be said is all that we need to say, play at Pompey from Pompey Lad. All that needs to be said on that one in the dressing room at halftime is, look, we've had a fantastic first 45. Let's replicate that and go again, I think is what we need to do. And just give exactly as we've given, if not a little bit more in terms of that final pass and in getting John Marcus in behind that whole City back four. And, there we go. That'd be fantastic. Ryan has said Marcus has done a lot better at holding out the ball and keeping control of it this season. Last season, the ball seemed to bounce off him. Yeah, to be honest with you, Ryan, I have seen a couple of examples of that in the last couple of minutes. The first couple of minutes of that first 45. The ball has seemed to just sort of bounce off him and not. But I see exactly. And to be fair, at the start of this season, there was evidence of that as well. You think of games like when we played against Shrewsbury for the opening game of the season, just nothing would go in the back of the net for him, would it? So, it wasn't the best start of the season, but luckily he's managed to find himself a little bit of form, and he's done well so far, and hopefully he can get a goal in the second half. Hawula instead of Harrison, yeah, interesting one actually. I'd be interested to see if we could see any of Geordie Hawula play in the second half, perhaps if he wants to take Marquis off for whatever reason. It'd be interesting to see if he can get in the game. And no links. That's strange. I've been putting them in. Don't know why. Do they not go in if I do them? Are my comments not coming up? Shall I pin it? Would that make a difference? Let's try that. If I pin the link, place pinned message. There you go, boys and girls. It should be pinned now. It should be the blue highlighted comment at the top of your screen. So if you want to, Aaron, you want to come and join us, mate, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe my own comments are hidden on my own YouTube channel, which is a bit strange. But there we go. Yeah, so just to give you a bit of a synopsis, if you are just joining us, boys and girls, Pompey are one to the good in this opening 45 minutes. It is there now. Excellent stuff. It was a Greaves own goal that Sky Sports are calling it, but Sean Raggett was having there. I cannot speak. Sean Raggett had his shirt being pulled at the time. So if anything, it's a penalty. And oh my word, so it is there now, isn't it? We've got about seven faces have just popped up. The first one was Aaron, who is a wonderful supporter of the channel. Lovely hat, mate. Hope you're well. Welcome along.
Yeah. How you doing? You all right, Tom?
Very well, mate. Very well. All the better for seeing this first half. I think we've been excellent. What have you thought?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I'm just seeing the highlights now, and there's been a couple of times that I thought, oh, it's a little bit dodgy, but I think it was just nerves and everything. But overall, the whole team has really put in a good performance so far. So it's really, really looking positive. I think Curtis needs to calm down in some of the little things he's doing, the little niggly thing with that player on the left-hand side. But he needs to be careful. Well, if he gets booked, he's going to be banned for the next game anyway. So,
very good point. Actually, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them that a bit suspended, going to be suspended for a couple of games if they get booked.
It's so Cannon, Marquis, Naylor, and Curtis, I believe. So there's quite a few of our key players as well that do need to be careful. Absolutely.
Well, definitely tonight so far. I'm just watching Harness now. Amazing, absolutely amazing tonight. The skill, the first touch, and everything as well. It's just been magnificent. And yeah, I'm wearing the Christmas hat because this is the last time I'm going to see you after Christmas now. So yeah, I thought I'd make an effort.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, nick the watch. She doesn't know I've nicked it. So yeah. So if you get a chance, go onto the podcast and that for Express FM for last night because they were doing a preview for the match. And then last night I sent them a text and everything. They read it out and they read over on the radio 4-0 written all over it and everything. I was well chuffed. My missus goes, what are you jumping around the front room? I said, well, it's just read out my I'll get very excited easy, I think. So
yeah.
And I was really jealous that you were at Fratton and everything for the last two games because even though like you weren't streaming and that, it's like it felt like Christmas Day when you're expecting a PS5 and you get a PlayStation 4 instead. That's how it felt in that. But like fair play to you to get the tickets and everything. And I know you got a lot of grief and everything, but hey ho, if people don't get the tickets allocated and they go on general sale, then so be it. First come, first serve. So but yeah, but well done for getting back. I know we're not going to be there for a while and everything, but yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, so yeah, but everything else okay with you and that, Tom?
Yeah, mate, it's been a really, really topsy-turvy week. I couldn't even describe to you the abuse that we've had in terms of. I know off the back of the fleet. Like I put out a message on socials. I don't know if you saw it, but it was
I saw it.
My light. But it was just basically to say that the only reason why we do it is for the purposes of entertainment. And if people don't understand that, then I think that's their problem. But yeah, we've had. Yeah, exactly, mate, exactly. Would you believe it? We've had death threats this week. We've had all sorts. So all for going to the game, which is ridiculous, I know. But anyway,
well, it's turning into America now, isn't it?
Oh god, it's an absolute nightmare. I can't over tickets. Like if it was something we'd done, then I'd go fair enough. But it's not. If there's nothing. Anyway, that doesn't matter too much. What does matter, Aaron, is that you have a good Christmas, mate, and thank you so much for joining us again.
Marquis hat-trick second half.
Let's hope so. That'd be huge if possible.
4-0 at the end of it. Anyway,
hold on a second, Aaron.
Have a good Christmas.
Deliver a quick Christmas message while I just sort my light out to the viewers.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas to everyone that's watching 4-0 written all over it. Hopefully we'll be top in 45 minutes. And then see you all Boxing Day for our next game. So excellent. Have a good Christmas, everyone. Don't drink too much and please be safe and careful. Okay, because there is a virus out there and everything. So just be safe and respect other people as well. All right, and fair play to the NHS. All right. Anyway, Tom, I'll let you go and I'll speak to you soon, mate. All right.
Thank you very much for that. See you later, mate. That was Pompey. Aaron. He's play out Pompey. He's joined us. Many thanks for coming on, mate. And that was top draw. Let's get through some more people. Forever Rovers has been waiting patiently. Thank you very much, mate. How are you?
I'm doing very good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, mate. All good. All good. Right. Let's get straight to it then. Doncaster Rovers could still go top by the 22nd. Are you confident on that?
I really do want to be confident because I think Burton and Shrewsbury, we can't overlook the teams because Burton have showed signs, even in a couple of losses, that they could do something, and Shrewsbury have got a new manager in Steve Cottrell, so both could still do something, but I am still quietly confident with the players we've got. We might not have Sims for 6 weeks, but I think we've still got the attacking threat to get past the two teams. So I've got a feeling that you'll be top tonight. I'm glad because I want to see you beat Hull. They took our manager and thank God because they're going downhill. But I think we'll be top before Christmas. But I think you guys will come up with us. I said in the comments a few minutes ago, I think it'll be Donny first, Pompey second and Hull through in the playoffs.
Excellent. There we go. We'll take that, mate. Thank you very much to Ollie Salisbury for donating £1 and becoming a team. Good morning, Andrew member. Welcome along to a very select few who are lucky enough, who are kind enough in order to donate some money back into the channel. And there is a little behind the scenes video on the channel. If you are a member, you can go and watch it. But that's a very close select. Sorry to plug while you're on, mate, but it's a very close select group of people. So you're saying that Pompey will go up. Have you been watching it on Sky Sports so far?
I have, yeah. And to be fair, it was a really good game. Really good first half so far from Pompey. I think that, I was expecting Pompey to win this game, to be honest, because I think Hull over Blackpool, over Swindon, over Shrewsbury, they just haven't been good enough. And to be honest, it's been a pattern with Hull City because you only got to look at the Championship last season. They were in the playoffs come Christmas, and then it just slid down as soon as they lost Jared Bowen. Grant McCann didn't use his tactics. That 8-0 by Wigan, who could be in League Two next season, will still be an embarrassment. So I look at Hull and think, well, they haven't really changed much. So in my opinion, I think that Hull are going to need to do something drastic to make it different to the end of last season. So I was expecting Pompey to win this game, and they're doing well so far. Shouting out to John Marquise, our former striker, and obviously Michael Jacobs, who ripped Hull City apart as a Wigan player last season. So I think Pompey will win this 2-3-0.
You know your stuff, mate, don't you? Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Have you got a YouTube channel or something that I can give a little shout out to? Or
Yeah. It's, there's two, in fact. There's Coast to Chow, which is a theme park channel that's reached 2,000 subscribers and 500,000 views, which is brilliant.
excellent.
And there's this one as well, which is Forever Rovers, which is Donny content, nearly at 300 subs. And, we've done interviews with AFTV, with Thug Dad, with Mike Tuck from basketball. We've done loads of stuff already. So Matty Blair likes the videos, Coppinger's a good fan, and the Kilo's a big supporter. So I couldn't wish for more at the minute. But yeah, those are the two channels. So that is full time.
I'm your 262nd subscriber. I would urge others to head over there and drop you subscribe as well. Mate, there are plenty of people waiting. I'm going to crack on. But thank you so much for coming on and sharing your opinion. Best of luck to Doncaster Rovers the rest of the season, and have a fantastic Christmas.
I will do. You too. Merry Christmas.
Cheers, matey. Bye-bye. Right. Elijah, are you ready to go, mate? You have been waiting patiently. How are you?
Hello.
How you doing?
You all right?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Have you enjoyed that first half of football?
Yeah. Haven't really been watching it because I'm not really a Pompey fan, but
Which team do you support?
Chelsea.
Oh, lovely. Excellent stuff. Do you think Pompey are going to get a result tonight, though?
Yeah, I think 3-2 Portsmouth.
3-2 Pompey. Okay. A lot of goals in the second half then. We'll take that.
Last minute absolute volley by Ragger. Absolute ping of a volley.
Ping of a volley. We'll look forward to seeing that.
99th minute.
99th minute. And do you think Pompey will get promoted this season?
Maybe Premier League.
Oh, back-to-back promotion.
Everyone subscribed to Fournilwrittenalloverit are actually getting drop kicked.
Well, there we go. Fair enough. I won't be drop kicking anyone, mate. But it'd be great if they could subscribe. Elijah, the team.
Where's
Andrew
gone?
He's coming back in a second, mate. He's just eating some food. But I am going to crack on now, mate. We've got a second half of football.
Can you stream Can you stream Chelsea game?
Who are they playing?
I believe. Are they playing? The Liverpool game.
The Liverpool game, I will see, mate. I will see what I'm doing. But for the time being,
12.
we're going to stick to the whole City game. Elijah, thank you so much for joining me, mate.
Okay.
Is that 12:30? Perfect.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Bye.
Cheers, matey. Have a good one. Right. Very quickly, Cody, Pompey going to get promoted, mate? Yes or no? Quick as you can, because I've got to crack on.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm very well.
Yeah. But thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, it was excellent, mate. We're into the second now, so I need to carry on. But just very quickly, do you think we will get promoted?
Yeah, I think this will be your last year in League One, by the way.
Excellent. That's what I want to hear. And what do you think the full-time score is going to be?
I might say 3-0 Pompey. if
3-0.
Yeah, but to be honest though, Hull are on bad form recently. To be honest, though, who'd have thought them losing to Shrewsbury and who else did they lose to? I think was it Rochdale, I believe. I don't even know, but anyway, losing to lower clubs. I thought Hull should batter in these lower teams. I thought the big teams would be harder. So like Pompey or Ipswich, for example. But yeah,
Fair enough.
thought
All right, Cody, I'm going to crack on with the second half, mate. Lovely to speak to you as always. Who have you got this weekend?
Saints tomorrow.
Oh, you get some goals scored against them. Don't call them Saints, call them Scummers. Speak to you later, Cody. Much appreciated, mate.
Catch you in a bit.
Cheers, matey. Right, Alex won't be happy if we get promoted. Alex will be overjoyed if we get promoted, mate. He will be absolutely loving it. Potter is on for Hull. Thank you very much indeed, Leeds 2020, for telling me that one. That was an interesting half-time, wasn't it? But there we go. We are back, and Andrew will hopefully very shortly rejoin us for full coverage of this second half, as that one has been hammered away there. Bit of a chance for Lewis Potter, who is also on at half-time. So a couple of changes for Hull City, actually. It was a nervy moment. Pompey failed to clear the lines. Thankfully there, the ball didn't drop to a Hull City player, because that could have been pretty horrendous. But ladies and gents, there are 113 of you that join us across YouTube and Facebook, and I'm going to try and locate a charger at some point, because my light is turned off, which is not good news. But yes, if you could subscribe to the channel, boys and girls, if you're brand new and you haven't yet liked the stream as well. 103 likes. We've hit the 100 like target. Let's go for 150 now before the end of the game. That'd be much appreciated. Rebecca is in, joining the stream during halftime. Been busy, but back to the streams now. She's finished school for Christmas. Yeah, excellent stuff. Merry Christmas to you, Andrew. Hopefully promotion for Pompey. What a fantastic comment that is. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Indeed, and lovely to have you with us. Ramos is in. Not going to 4-0 written all over it, mate. If it did, I would be overjoyed. Would be happy with just the win to take us top. But yeah, 4-0 would be huge. Thanks for joining us, mate. Hope you're well. Great to see you in. 180 people across YouTube and Facebook, boys and girls. It's lovely to have you all in. When are we going to stream with Alex again? Very, very soon, I believe. For the next time we play Ipswich will be when we do that. Play at Pompey from Canada, says Darren. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you are well. I believe it will be afternoon over in Canada this afternoon. Still a couple of hours behind us, but hope you're well nonetheless. And it's probably snowing where you are this time of year, isn't it? Let us know. That'd be much appreciated. Ronan Curtis firing down this left-hand side. But that one, what's cooking? I don't know, Sean, but I'm getting incredibly hungry right now. Morning, sort of 10 a.m.-ish probably. It's 6:30 where we are. So, and it's rain. Okay. It's hopefully snow at some point in the next week or so. I'm not sure. Must be. You always have like white Christmases in Canada. Sure. Well, I suppose whereabouts in Canada? Are we Vancouver? Are we Ottawa? Are we, are we British Columbia? Let us know. And I'm so sorry. I keep looking under the table for a plug, but I want to sort it out as soon as Andrew gets back and rejoins us. For the time being, though, Jaden Cole is going for a 2-0 Pompey win. Vancouver, what a wonderful part of the world that is. Ladies and gents, if you're just joining us, Pompey are 1-0 up away to Hull City at the KCOM Stadium, which is excellent news so far. Things are going as planned. A little bit of early pressure as we entered that second half of football from the home side. But Pompey look to have seemed to regain a little bit of composure. We're into the 50th minute now. And apparently Pompey are by far the best team in League One. At the moment, statistically, mate, they are indeed. The league table does not disagree with you on that one. Archie reckons Leeds will beat Manchester United. That's a big game on Sunday. Come on, you Pompey Blues. Let's be champions against us, Lewis. That'll be huge, mate. Don't want to get too excited tonight, though, because it is just the one game that we have been top of the league for. But yeah, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves at the moment. We're 50 minutes in. Things are going well. Let's get 3 points in the bag. Are there any fans? No, there aren't. Not this evening, Rebecca. There are no fans at the KCOM. We are all watching it from a distance so far as Josh Emmanuel wants the ball back in order to take a throw in for the home side. Pompey at the moment are into Oh, into tier 3. But at the moment, we're in tier 2. We're up into tier 3 as of tomorrow. Well, this evening at midnight, 1 minute past midnight, we'll be up into tier 3. So that does mean that fans won't be able to be at football grounds for the foreseeable, but that's okay because we can keep bringing you the streams from home. After your chat with Aaron, very short to hear about your death threats. Personally, would like to thank you, Tom, for keeping my lockdown happy. Richard, not a problem at all, mate. Yeah, I think it probably wasn't personal. I hope it wasn't anyway. But yeah, I don't understand it, but I can kind of, I can see the reason why they were made, but it also wasn't just one person either, which is a little bit upsetting. But we fight on, mate. We'll keep bringing you the content. I'm so pleased that we've kept you locked down happy, and I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Raggett has had a really good game so far, Lewis. Yeah, 3 tomorrow, absolutely. Thoughts on Liverpool beating Spurs? Yeah, I watched the game the other night actually, and wasn't an awful lot in it. I thought Mourinho did say quite famously that Spurs were the better team, and I do agree with him. I thought they played the better football. But yeah, well, long old story, Ollie. We went to both games for both Pompey games that fans were allowed to stadiums for, and there were certain individuals that weren't very happy with that. And it was a bomb. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but it was a barrage of horrible messages aimed our way, both on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, etc. And it was a horrible 24 hours to be on social media for. But luckily, I think everything's calmed down a little bit now. We've explained the situation. We've explained that we didn't get the tickets in any special way whatsoever. So yeah, I'm glad that it's all sorted now. But do you think Pompey are capable to beat Liverpool at your run of form at the moment? Kieran, I'm not sure if we'll be beating Liverpool, mate, but we're definitely doing well at the moment. As Ronan Curtis receives the ball down the left-hand side. He's looking to work towards the dead ball line, but that one is just a heavy touch for him. And yeah, it's not a bad ball over the top. Unfortunately, there was too much on that one. Oh, it's just a bit of a bad touch from Ronan Curtis there. But the ball is back with Tom Naylor, who's almost threaded a perfect ball through to Ryan Williams. Greg Doherty was there to deal with that one. And I believe it is 2-0, boys and girls. I've just seen the notification come through, and I believe it's another own goal. It's a couple of moments away, but boys and girls, Sean, the reliable source as ever, is saying that it's 2-0. I'm going to update the scoreboard in preparation, and then I can change it. So you don't have a go at me. I haven't seen the goal yet. I'm assuming it comes from this set piece that's about to be delivered by Ronan Curtis. And oh, excellent. It sure is. There we go. Own goal, says Ollie Salisbury. Ollie Clark is saying it's Marquis. So there we go. Let's have a look. Ronan Curtis is standing on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Goes in. And yeah, I think the last touch does come off. John McGuinness, of all people, has scored Pompey's second of the evening. And it is 2-0. Hold the front page. Hold the back page. Pompey are establishing their lead at the top. Andrew's come in. There he is. Have you got it on next door, mate?
It's Marcus.
You could be a little bit more excited.
No, I was just watching it because if it hadn't scored, it would have been a pen anyway.
Yeah, for Rasmus.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You headed the ball back across, Tom.
It was Rasmus got the ball across, and Williams was involved there as well. But John Marquis was there just to guide it over the goal line. And it is indeed 2-0 to Pompey. 55 minutes has been played. What's the situation on the food, mate? How are we getting on?
You got half an hour yet, Bush?
Oh, crikey. Okay. Well, I might just eat it after the full-time whistle then, if that's helpful.
Just hang in there.
Yeah, I will hang in. But are you back to join us now, mate, or are you got to shoot off again?
If you don't mind, I'm going to watch the football. You carry on talking.
Okay, I'll keep you in, but there we go, ladies and gents. There it is. Pompey are back, cementing their lead at the top of the table. Goal difference has gone one up. And yes, excellent stuff. Brilliant. And the lead is doubled, boys and girls, as Hull City are on the attack. It's a shot from Malik Wilkes, who scored 7 so far this season. He isn't adding to that tally anytime soon, as Craig McGilvery's done well to get over, not concede the corner. And I'm just going to remove the old unpin that message. Andrew, if you could just hold the fort momentarily, mate. I'm just going to do a little bit of bodging on the lights. Imagine a 4-0 win.
Oh man, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? I'm thinking about Tom a 4-0 win. I'm thinking Hull. Actually, I'm not saying they don't look like scoring, but I think because we're playing so well, like we did against Fleetwood and Peterborough and Ipswich, I think the truth is, mate, we look like the best side in the league at the minute, and the scoreline's proving that, isn't it? So I'm not
statistically, we are the best side in the league at the minute.
We are, for sure. And I'll tell you, it's making a lot of difference is how Harness is playing such fantastic football. And Williams playing together, and Cannon, and Curtis. How can you not be winning
The
games?
list goes on and on, doesn't it?
Can you not be winning games, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's the perfect formula, isn't it?
But our strike force is frightening, isn't it?
Is it red wine time, asked Richard.
It would be, but I've got to drive in a minute to pick Cronisha up from work, so I've got to.
I'll be driving, won't I?
Well, yeah, but I can't
I'll
drink
drive.
that next to you, can I?
No, okay, fair enough. But I'm happy to drive, mate.
Yes, but I can't sit next to you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I understand. Right, this is going to look a little bit strange on the old stream, but I'm going to pull an extension lead up from underneath the table.
What's
plug in.
What's the legend saying tonight? I haven't heard from the legend yet tonight. What's he?
We have heard from the legend. He's been confirming the goals as they go in.
Oh, has he?
He has indeed. Yeah, don't worry. He's been here, mate. He's been here. He's been in, as are 119 other people. So welcome along to the stream, boys and girls. Hope you are all well. Aaron, did you see Aaron's comments at halftime?
Did I see what?
Andrew,
what?
Did you see Aaron's comments at half? Aaron came and joined us.
I was in the kitchen, Tom. I just sort of heard it because it's quite away from here, isn't it? I just sort of heard it, but.
He's just donated £5 to the course. He said, "Merry Christmas, Tom, Andrew, and the team." That is much appreciated, Aaron. You didn't need to do that in the slightest, mate, but thank you very much indeed.
Why's he saying, who's that going to?
The channel.
Well, what are we going to do with that? Give it to the Pompey, the community channel.
Well, it can go into equipment. It can go to Pompey in the community. It can go towards whatever. But it all goes back into the channel. Aaron, that's very much appreciated, mate. Hope you do also have a fantastic Christmas yourself, as we said at halftime. And thank you so much for your kind words and your continued support, as always, mate. It means a lot. It really does. And so does that comment from Gary as well. Much appreciated, mate. Much appreciated. And Merry Christmas from Ollie Salisbury as well, who is also a 4-0 member. Merry Christmas straight back to you, Ollie. And apparently, Craig McGilvery has pulled off an almighty save. So there we go. Just waiting to say, we're probably about to see it here. There's going to be a shot from the edge of the box. There's the save. Brilliant. Excellent stuff. That is indeed, as Kevin's just said, a brilliant save from Craig McGilvery. Ladies and gents, if you haven't yet liked the stream, please make sure you do so. There's 117 of you that join us across YouTube and Facebook. Jonah Franklin said, "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas." Straight back to you, mate. Have a small and safe one. That's what we're saying this year, isn't it? A small and safe Christmas.
Sounds like what I've got in my underpants.
Oh dear, we really didn't need that, did we?
No, just a bit jolly fun, Tom. For Christmas.
We really didn't need that. Leeds 2020. Thank you for joining us, mate. Have a fantastic Friday evening.
Absolutely massive, isn't he?
He is massive.
And Curtis and Marcus. Oh, that's the only thing with Curtis. Just does a little bit too much sometimes. When he had an opportunity to pass and he should have done.
Yeah.
Instead, he
takes a little bit too much of the ball, perhaps.
Yeah, sometimes.
Perhaps. There we go. Dropped a like. Thank you very much, Ollie. If you want to be like Ollie, you haven't yet liked the stream, please do make sure you do so. Kevin's watching live on Sky whilst listening and watching to good selves. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us, mate. Lovely to have you alongside us, and hope you're having a fantastic evening. Your Facebook stream is freezing. That is not good news. Andrew, hold the fort while I just check what's going on. Would you please, sir?
Yes, I'm here, Tom. I'm just watching the replay of that save from McGilvery. To be fair, it was quite a way out, 20 yards out. It was at pace, but it was at the right level for him. And I think he saw it coming through the players, had time to adjust to it. Still a great save after all, but he could have caught it.
Facebook people, let me know if it's oh, it has gone a bit pear-shaped actually. No, that's not great news. Facebook's gone pear-shaped, everyone. Sorry. That's not the best news. They're not watching because it's frozen, but YouTube's still here, I believe. So hopefully all is well on YouTube. But ladies and gents, hang on. I'm trying to sort this. This is not good news, is it? I think we're okay now.
This is dangerous, Tom. This is dangerous now. That Eves.
Tom Eves
comes on. He's dodgy. He's dangerous, that boy. He was at Yeovil for quite a while, and he was, I think, he was a Bournemouth player on loan at Yeovil for a while, and he's actually a very, very good player. We need to be careful with him on the pitch.
Right, Facebook should be sorted. Boys and girls on Facebook, let me know. Dropped a like for a great 2021. Yeah, please do, boys and girls. McGilvery is underrated.
Oh, here we go. First touch from Williams was shocking, but had he touched it a little bit softer, it maybe came at him a bit of pace from Marcus there. He could have given him a little bit of a nudge on that, but yes. Luckily,
all is well on Facebook. We've managed to sort that out. Lovely stuff. 121 of you join us across YouTube and Facebook. Boys and girls, hope you're well. Myself and Andrew guiding you through this one.
And, not really, Tom. I'm just sort of making the odd comment.
That's okay. I'll guide you through it, and Andrew can make the odd comment if he wants to. That's not a problem at all. Ladies and gents, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel as well, please make sure you do so. That means that the next time we do a stream or a video, you'll be one of the first to know about it. So make sure you do that as well. We'll keep you posted on all things Pompey. Yeah, there's 120 likes on the stream now, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for all your continued support. Greg Doherty on the ball, the Scotsman. It's all the way back to Reece Burke for Hull City, who is a name that I haven't said yet actually so far this game. So I don't think he's had an awful lot of the ball. But here come Hull City, and as you said earlier, mate, we're happy for them to enjoy a little bit of possession, aren't we? That's not a problem.
Yeah, they can have the ball as much as they want in the centre circle, Tom.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's the way Jose Mourinho does it, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I don't think Kenny's quite in that stage.
Jose Kenny.
No, Jose Kenny. Jose Mourinho doesn't wear trousers like that much.
No, that's a very good point, actually. I'm glad you've mentioned that. Yeah. Jose is, I don't know, Jose normally just wears a tracksuit, doesn't he? So at least Kenny's got some style about him, albeit
Jose wears a tracksuit and tracksuit top. At least Kenny's got a jacket.
Exactly. At least Kenny's got a jacket. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm pleased we haven't seen a return of those trousers. I hope he's returned them to the shop he bought them from, because they were dreadful, weren't they?
I think they were his mother's gift for Christmas.
I think they probably... Did you see how much they flared at the bottom? It was Blackpool, wasn't it?
Yeah, shocking. I don't think they were his trousers, Tom. I think they were his mum's.
Mrs. Jackets.
No,
accidentally put Mrs. Jackets jeans on.
Grandma's jacket.
Well, Grandma Jackets jeans. There we go. Andy's made the very good point that there were quite a few 2-2 predictions. I hope they're wrong.
Absolutely on fire, Mush.
Marquis?
Yeah, working so hard. Here we go.
Curtis looks shattered, doesn't he?
This looks all right. Oh, just called a ball.
Unfortunately, mate, none of them have gone in, because normally people tell us that the goal's gone in about a minute before we hear about it. So it's not going to be a surprise when the next one goes in.
How does that work, Tom? Because I'm watching it live on Sky.
Yes, but what you don't understand is that Sky is ever so slightly delayed in this household because of our friends at Now TV, they tend to delay things somewhat. So there's a couple, and also the YouTube stream's delayed by about 5 seconds or so. So
Nearly from Raggett then.
it's for us. It's just ticked over to 6:54, and it's probably very much similar time for you. But we are in the 65th and 51 seconds. So there we go. Good morning. Great news to wake up to. Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Absolutely. Lawrence, where did you join us from today, mate? I believe I've seen your name before, but if it's good morning, it's probably
US
not sure where it will be. America, somewhere?
Yeah, or Latin America.
Yeah, there we go. Lovely stuff. Let us know where you join us from, Lawrence. That'd be great to know. Usually ahead of me, but I'm ahead. Yeah, so when it's iFollow, we're normally ahead of everyone, but when it's Sky, we're not, but that's okay. Thoughts on Ipswich fans? I have a very good friend of mine who is an Ipswich fan, and they are not a happy bunch right now. That is what I will tell you. But there we go. They need to put on Jacobs for Curtis because he is shattered.
Hey.
Andrew, any thoughts?
Absolutely brilliant. Marcus is brilliant. Williams is brilliant. If I said there was a 1 weak link in this tonight, it's the left-hand side with Rowan Curtis. He just isn't getting a sniff, and when he does, he loses it or gives it away. He's got two. He's just off the boil a little bit, I think.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. A very good morning to Kai Wang Kwok, who joins us from Hong Kong. It is 2:54 a.m. That is commitment to watch the Pompey boys. Sorry?
I said we would know that because we spent a lot of time in Hong Kong.
We have spent a lot of time in Hong Kong. That is, if you're familiar with Causeway Bay, the Metro Park, just down the road from Tin Hau Metro Station. I'm sure you'll know where we are if you're from Hong Kong. Ipswich need to get rid of Paul Lambert, says Kieran. Aaron agrees with you. He does talk some sense sometimes, Aaron. So I'm glad that you agree with him on this occasion. I'm sure you do most of the time anyway. Chris is Super Pompey going up from Barbados. Good morning, Chris, to Barbados. Hope you have a fantastic start to your Friday, mate. And I'm sure this is the best possible start for you, as your beloved Pompey are currently 2 goals to the good against the former league leaders, we can say now, Hull City. As Cameron Pring's gone down, and that will be a free kick for Pompey. Hull look a bit
They're frustrated, Tom.
Yeah, frustrated. Are you going to elaborate or?
No, they're just frustrated. I'm not going to say they're a bad side because they are obviously not a bad side because they're top of the league, or they were before this game. But I've said earlier, we play better football against better sides, and we play poor football against poor sides. And the main reason I think is if you take something like if we played a championship side in the FA Cup, or we play a championship side in the FA Cup, we would probably give them a good game because we play good football against a good side. And I think this team we've got here playing against any championship side now would have a fair chance of winning it, is my opinion. With that odd exception at the moment on the left-hand side with Roland, he just isn't in it for whatever reason or not. He's on the ball now, so he's going to prove me wrong, and he's going to score a cracking goal from 40 yards, isn't he?
There we go. Lawrence, I remember Mid-North Coast Australia, New South Wales, lovely part of the world to work. There we go, Lawrence. We are all very envious, mate. And I believe it's nice and sunny that time of year as well where you are. So there we go. Apparently Ben Close is coming on. I think Curtis has had an irritating couple of games. Hasn't played awfully, but worked hard. Just needs to be a little bit less selfish. Ollie, you've hit the nail on the head there, mate. You really have. I think we'd all agree with that one, wouldn't we, mate?
Yeah, I think Curtis is a great player, mate. Nice guy and all the rest of it. He's got a striker's ego that he needs to. He's got to get the goals, isn't he? But then saying that, the other night when he was in a better position, when he did pass the ball back to no, that's Marcus actually. In fact, passed it back to Williams. It was a better position in the box and scored against Ipswich. So I think maybe Joe Gallen's had a chat to him in training and said, look, try not to be so greedy, guys. If you've got someone in a better position, just pass them the ball. We want to win the games, not be the hero. So that's what needs to be spoken about, I think. But Hull are on the attack now, Tom, and their attack is pretty shoddy, really. They've only got one 2 more players in the box on that break, and we got 5 back very quickly.
Yeah, I just think from a whole City point of view, I don't want to speak too soon because I know there's still sort of 20 minutes left of this game for us, but they haven't looked like a top of the league outfit this evening. I mean, they had a couple of chances in the first half, but there's been nothing conclusive that I'd say, well, actually, they should have really scored there. A couple of decent saves that McGilvery's had to make. But in terms of chances on goal, I don't think Hull have had too many. Having said that, I've just checked the stats and they have had 12 shots. One of them's been on target. So that would argue a little bit of something that Pompey used to struggle with, which was...
Tom, I can't believe those stats. I don't see Hull having one shot, even on target.
Well, they aren't wrong, mate. But what I would say is that I think Hull are probably this evening. I don't know, they can't have done so far this season to be top of the league, but struggling in front of goal to make these efforts count, which is fine for Pompey. We have actually had no shots on target this evening so far, Pompey. We've had 5 shots, none of them have found the target. So. And we're 2 goals up, which is strange, but there we go. Both the goals obviously coming from corners. Well, first one was. I think the second one was a set piece, wasn't it? But anyway, near enough the corner flag, wasn't it? So
that guy left wing, that young lad on the left wing is very good for Hull. Very, very good player. Him, whoever he is.
Oh, Kane. Oh no, what's his name? He's got a double barrel surname in it. It's he's having a bit of contractual issues actually at the moment with Hull City, mate. But he's a very good player, absolutely. There's your contribution from Sean this evening, mate.
What's that? What did he say? I can't read it because I've got something in the way holding up the.
Oh, I could listen to Andrew all day. He said.
Who's that? Sean Meads.
It is indeed.
You as well, mate. You make good sense.
He makes good sense. Keane Lewis Potter is the name I'm looking for. Thank you very much indeed, Jason. Yeah, very good player. Hopefully he doesn't come back to bite us up the bottom in the last couple of stages of this game. He's linked with Huddersfield. Yeah, so there's a couple of sort of issues in terms of contract for him. But there's 113 of you that join us across YouTube and Facebook. Boys and girls, if you have, I know I keep saying it, but there are probably about 50% of you watching this right now that aren't subscribed to the channel. That is the way it tends to be at the moment in terms of YouTube. So if there's a good shot from Harness that's ricocheted off the back of a couple of Hull City players, and Matt Ingram will be happy to come and collect that one. But if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, boys and girls, really just help us out and make sure that you're one of the first people to see any future videos that we do. Also, leave the stream a like. We're heading towards the 150 like mark. And myself and Andrew are here all evening to get you through to hopefully full-time top of the league. Lovely.
Oh, can I just say something that's probably worrying me, not worrying me, just troubling me a little bit? We really appreciate that £5 donation that was given by Aaron just now, but we don't want donations, particularly on the channel. If anyone wants to donate some money, then send it to Pompey in the community and they can use it for good work, yeah? I'd rather that. So we'll send that on to them, to Pompey in the community. So if anyone wants to give anything to anybody, let's give it to Pompey in the community, not to 4-0.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. We will obviously as well on YouTube. It's a nice novelty to have, but we do only receive a very small cut of whatever you give us. But it's a lovely Christmas present from Aaron. Much appreciated, mate. And we're looking forward to getting you getting you onto on the stream in the new year, because Aaron is, if you like, he's an external contributor. He's an external pundit of ours, and he talks a lot of sense. We're looking forward to welcoming Aaron on, as are many of you that join us at halftime as well on the stream. So we're looking forward to welcoming you all back in the new year. This won't be our last stream of the year. We have got a Boxing Day game, and then I believe there's one on the 29th as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. There's a game against Bristol Rovers, which is something to look forward to.
At the moment, Tom, we're defending too deep. We need to push up a little bit. We're sitting right back in our own half. Curtis is right back there. I don't know what he's doing back there. He is right back there defending like the left back at the minute. And he needs to push up a little bit. They all need to push up a little bit. I don't know what we're doing. We're inviting problems here if we're not careful.
Yeah, fair play. Alex has said you guys are a massive upgrade to the Sky Sports commentary. Much appreciated, Alex. That means a lot to us, mate. I don't know if there's any truth in that, but we're doing our very best to bring you the game in as much detail as possible. As John Marquis.
Many people have said that Chris Kamara and me are nothing in it.
You're a shocker. Nick said, just got back from Tarifa to Estepona. Where on earth is that? Sounds Spanish. Oh,
Estepona. Yeah, I think it's Spain, isn't it?
Somewhere in Spain.
No, that sounds like it's in South America, Tom.
There's a Spanish flag on the end of it. So, Nick, let us know where that is, mate. But 2-0 great news after a hard day at work. Thank you very much for joining us, mate. And hope you are well. Hope you're all ready for the festive period. Hello to... Sorry, mate, go on.
Hull have had 79% of the possession in the last 5 minutes. Well, they can have as much possession as they want, as we said earlier. Keep it in the midfield, and they're not really threatening. Apart from they have moved maybe 20 yards up the pitch, and we've backed off 20 yards up the pitch, which is not the way you should be playing against Hull City, because that just invites it, doesn't it?
Overall, mate, we've had Pompey have had 39% of the ball, and to Hull 61. Does that trouble you in any way?
No, because they're doing nothing with it, Tom. We've had 30. I wouldn't mind 5% of possession as long as we score the 2 goals and they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, fair play. Fair enough, mate. We'll take that, won't we?
Yeah, happy to them to have the ball as much as they want, mate. They're doing nothing with it.
Oh, Nick, for Estepona is Nick. That's near Marbella, isn't it? Malaga. I know where you are. Watching the best duo on YouTube from Bury St Edmunds. Thank you very much, Ollie. Right, you're now watching half of the best duo. That's that couldn't have been timed better. That comment. That was excellent. Oh, we got a bit of a glimpse of the Christmas tree there, mate. Do you want to show the viewers at home?
Not really, Tom. I'm busy watching the football.
Show them the Christmas tree.
They've seen Christmas trees before. Don't be ridiculous.
Okay, all right. I'm particularly proud of our tree. That's all. I just thought we've
only got blue and silver balls on it for Pompey.
Show us.
No,
just
I'm busy watching a football.
Bend us round. Are you worried that if you move the thing, it's going to fall again?
If I move that camera, it's going to fall down on the carpet again, and I ain't picking up times.
There we go. Oh, I'm just taking you out. Sorry. Pompey holding them in midfield, absolutely. Harness and Willow, big step up tonight. Yeah, we were just saying, have all played really well tonight. All played really well. And Andrews, is he going to show us the tree? No, he's not. He's just standing up.
Just turning your voice down a little bit.
Sorry. Aaron says we need to take Curtis off. What are your thoughts on that one?
I agree. He's doing nothing. He's a bit of a liability tonight, I think.
And I completely agree with Ronnie saying that Harness is our man of the match. I think I would agree with that one. If not Andy Cannon, he's done an awful lot today. He's done really well.
Naylor nearly went to volley that then, but it just bounced back from a.
He tried. He's like a Michael Doyle. He's turned into prime Pedro Mendes, isn't it? Oh, it's not a bad ball in, and it's over the top, and Curtis away on that one. Shauna said fresh legs needled. I think he's got the vaccine on his mind too much and started using the word needled instead of needed, but I believe so. Brendan's a big advocate for Curtis, but he's not been at his best. No, he hasn't. He's a bit of pace, perhaps, in Geordie Hawula, Simon said, Andrew.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think I'd take Curtis off and put Hawula on there now if I was Kenny Jackett, because he's a passenger at the minute, mate. He's just. I don't like it. I don't like to see him walking about. I don't like that. And again, he's right back in his own half. He's got to stay up near the halfway line and draw them out a little bit. This is. That's all right. It's just good.
You worried about Craig?
No, it's all right. I thought he's got a kick in the face then on what he didn't. The player pulled out of it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Going to watch it back on the Sky.
I think he's all right. It's just a bit of a...
No. Their player need him in the head. Actually, that could have been damaging, mate. That is shocking. He stuck his knee straight through McGilvery's head.
It's not the kindest thing to do, is it?
It's very unprofessional, like I said.
Very unprofessional. Ladies and gents, 111 of you join us across YouTube and Facebook. If you could leave the stream a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, if you're brand new, if you've never seen myself and Andrew covering a Pompey game before, we're here for you all season, where hopefully the season will result in us being promoted to the Championship. Things are certainly looking good at the moment as Marcus Harness picks up the ball on the right-hand side. He's got Callum Elder to beat. He doesn't do so, but he has won a free kick in the process. Harness has been exemplary tonight, Andrew, I thought.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. Williams has been brilliant. The top foot nail has been brilliant. I think what I would do now, Tom, is I would probably
Love that from Ollie.
I'd bring Curtis off, and I think I'd put Ben close in midfield just to stock it up a little bit. Because for me, I don't know what Kenny's going to speak to him, because he's sitting back too far. We need to keep somebody on the halfway line just to keep hold on their keep a couple of their, to defend a little bit less deep. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that one, mate. Absolutely.
If you've got a threat like Marcus on the halfway line or Curtis on the halfway line, say, look, don't leave the halfway line, regardless of what's going on the pitch. Just stay where you are, because what you're going to do then is you're going to keep a couple, at least two, maybe three of their players back in their own half, because they'll be scared about the threat of one of our fast players being sitting on the halfway line, and therefore take away the pressure from defending too deep,
Yeah, absolutely. There is 9 minutes. Well, we're coming up to 8 minutes left in this one now, boys and girls. It is Pompey 2. Hull City 0, Pompey 2, which I wouldn't have thought a lot of people would have predicted that at the start of this game. No. There weren't a lot of 2-0 Pompey wins coming into us.
But Tom,
I actually thought personally it was going to be closer than this.
Yeah, I did too. But what I would say is would change a winning side, which is what you shouldn't do. But at the moment, I think Curtis needs to be taken off and given, unless he does something absolutely dramatic now. And that was brilliant from Marcus. That was brilliant. He pointed to where he wanted the ball. Unfortunately, there's too much pace on it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. But he's disappointed in the pass, in actual fact. But there was a lot of weight on it. So that's sad, because that could have been 3-0 and a game over, isn't it?
There have been a couple of occasions tonight, which I know is not a bad thing, because everything counts towards a good team performance. But there's been a couple of occasions that I've noticed where the ball's just been slightly too ahead of play. Ronan Curtis perhaps is a culprit of that. And then just there with John Marquis is not quite falling for them. And on another day, we could have been a couple more goals up. So... yeah, no, we've played really well today, and we've shown a lot of talent. And Sean Raggett's had a good game. Rasmus Nikolaisen is just, that was really dodgy from him, wasn't it? The leg was right up it.
He went for the ball, Tom, and the whole player came running into it. So I don't think that was dodgy. I think that was a fair 50-50.
Okay, there you go. There's the first disagreement of the evening. But just a comment, actually, I'd like to make. I think people will agree with me here, but how much better has the officiating been this evening? The game has been allowed to breathe, and Michael Salisbury's done well to not give too many silly fouls away, and he's kept control of the game. And I'm just going to check, but I don't think I've seen a yellow card yet in this one, mate.
No, I think there's a difference between a professional referee and somebody who's got an ego and is not a very good referee, like the other night. I think there's the referees.
No yellow cards whatsoever tonight.
No, and I think the referee's officiating this game in a proper professional manner, as opposed to trying to be the big man who's got all the cards in his hand. And I think there's an ego problem with certain referees. That one on Tuesday night against Fleetwood was a good example of a very, very poor card snappy, who almost like looking for his authority to be shown on the pitch, as opposed to letting the game flow.
I did mention on earlier on in the stream, mate. I don't think you were with us when. Well done, Craig McGilvery, to come for that one.
Ruby's done well again there, isn't
he? He's done fantastically well.
Get out there,
well,
we're inviting it, Tom. We're inviting it, and if we're not careful, there's a snatch a couple.
Well, this is the danger, isn't it? But I'll mention this in a moment, as Hull put a ball into the box. And the only thing with Rasmus Nikolaisen is he has headed the ball straight back to a couple of Hull players so far this evening. There's Josh Emmanuel, edge of the box. Greg Doherty's put a ball in, and Hull City have hit the crossbar.
Only
and
from a header back. It's defensive header back.
Yeah. They have hit the bar. It's Josh McGuinness, who almost put one in at the right end after scoring a goal for Pompey in the wrong end.
We've got to push up. We're sitting back. Look at us sitting back. Stick Curtis on the halfway line or Marcus and tell him to stay there. You're going to bring 3 of their players. Like I said it earlier, they're going to bring 3 of their players out then, aren't you?
For all those calling for a Pompey substitution, I can confirm one has now happened. No, sorry. We have had a sub, and it was close on Williams off, but I'm not sure if that's already happened or not. Hold on a second. No, I think that's just happened. I think Ryan Williams has just come off for Ben Close. Yep, that's just about to happen now. And yeah, that is Pompey's first substitution of the evening. There were a couple of questions coming in, mate. That's I'm not quite sure why it's taken 87 minutes to make a substitution. Your thoughts on that one?
I don't think we needed to, Tom. It was looking like we had we got this game sorted out. Apart from that, Magenius guy's he was the guy who headed it across the crossbar. But yeah. Did you see? That's the issue. Probably there was that our friend, centre defender, what's he called?
Rasmus.
Raggett allowed him to get ahead of him, and he should have got in front of the guy and stopped him getting ahead of him, but he didn't. That's one of his weaknesses, I think. You've got to read the game a bit better in that position, ain't you? Yeah,
absolutely. Ref has been very good tonight, indeed. Aaron, to be honest, mate, a bit of backstory on the referee. He was the man in the middle for the League One playoff final last season, and he's one of the top referees in the division. Whereas Alan Young, who we had on Tuesday night, predominantly referees in League Two, and it was a bit of a big occasion for him on Tuesday. I have happened to know.
Well, it was his FA Cup final at Fratton Park, wasn't it?
Well, it was, absolutely. And you could tell that, couldn't you? So, unfortunately, it's something we have to deal with.
Yeah, unfortunately, a club of our size and stature and history, you do get some egotistic referees sometimes.
Absolutely. Egotistical? That's a long word for a Friday night, mate.
Yeah, I can't spell it.
No, I could probably spell it in French and Spanish for you, but because it's a bit easier. But the English one's a little bit less easy, but there we go. Jacob's on for Harness, says Aaron. I don't know if that... Oh, no, that has happened. There we go. Yeah, so Harness has been...
Just resting him, I think, Tom. He's done enough. For the
yeah, man of the match, absolutely, for me. Marcus Harness, I thought he was excellent. I thought he's put in a really, really good shift. There we go.
Yeah, I think what Jack is doing here is doing a little bit of time for the substitutes in the last few minutes, and he just to try and keep a clean sheet and a bit of fresh legs just to freshen it up. But for me tonight, Marcus has been the player. He's been absolutely brilliant. He deserves this goal because I've always rated him, to be fair, but only if you put him in the right positions. We said lots of times earlier in the season, you've got to feed the goat, and he was getting bypassed, wasn't he? So by the long ball game, which is no good to him, and now he's playing to his strengths, and he's come to his own in the last 6 games or so.
There was a little bit of concern before the game. I was feeling the concern alongside other people that the partnership...
Sorry, Tom, cutting across you. Now we've got a free kick in about 30 yards out. The only striker on the line is Marcus. Everyone else is behind the ball, which I find alarming, really, because unless... I don't know why we do that. Why would we just... I don't know. It's bizarre. And he's come back and won it back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there was a little bit of a concern, I was just about to say, the partnership and the dynamic between Sean Raggett and Rasmus Nikolaisen this evening, and how that was going to be a challenge for Pompey this.
Oh dear, he's got a yellow for that.
Oh, I don't know if he saw that. I would have. I think that was a bit of a stamp, actually.
Stamped on him, yeah.
Yeah. Sure, if the referee will try and keep a clean sheet in terms of his cards he's given tonight, but whether or not Michael Salisbury will produce a yellow in this occasion, I'm not sure.
He's not going to put his hand in his pocket, Tom, I don't think.
Well, I don't know if there's any need to, actually.
He should do for this.
Is there a stamp?
Yeah, he's meant to do that.
No, I thought there was a little bit more in it initially.
No, you can't do that to somebody. That is not gamemanship. It's not sportsmanlike. He's flashed out there, even though he didn't damage him too well. He went to do it and then thought better of it, but he still did step on his leg.
Just to say, there was a comment earlier that came on from from our friend in the States that I missed from, and I'm just trying to find it, but I don't think I will be able to. It's from William, and he basically said that he was enjoying himself, and I've completely forgot to click on it and put it on the screen. I think it was... Here we go. Great analysis. Lots of laughs. Can't beat this. So that was much appreciated. And Amy has just said, I'm off now. Hope you both have a lovely Christmas. Thanks for all the streams this year. Really enjoyed watching them.
Great to see you again, sweetheart. Take it easy. Have a nice Christmas. See you on Boxing Day.
I haven't finished yet, mate. Hopefully I'll be watching Boxing Day if I'm not stuck at work. Play up Pompey. Amy, I echo Andrew's thoughts. It was very early to get the pleasantries back to you, but there we go. Cheers, guys. Great entertainment from the legend again. Yes, I know.
I'm going to go and pick up Maganda.
Yeah, you could hold on for 2 more minutes, couldn't you, mate? Just until the final whistle.
Yeah.
Just because I'll shoot down as well. Take a seat then, son. Where have you gone? He's disappeared. Aaron said, fantastic stream, gents. Have a fantastic, safe Christmas. Hopefully see you Boxing Day. We are top of the league. Play at Pompey. We are indeed, mate. Much appreciated. Ollie's off as well. See you in the next one. Yes, indeed. And thank you for your contributions this evening, mate. Thanks for all the donations. Much appreciated. And it's another clean sheet. And we're looking like, I don't know if the game's finished yet. I will wait and see if it has. But I'm just waiting for the notification that the game is finished. If anyone gets there before me, then there we go. Great result for the Blues, top of the league for Christmas. See you soon, Brendan. Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed, mate, for that. I am very quickly going to go in, and there we go. Right. That's it. We're all over, boys and girls. I believe we have finished. It is full time. Pompey. Hold the front page. Hold the back page. See you, Tom. Better than all the commentators. Much appreciated, mate. Final whistle has gone, boys and girls. Hold the front page. Hold the back page. As we always say, Pompey. I'm going to put it in the title of the video. Pompey top for Christmas. Pompey top of League One. What should we put? Pompey top of League One for Christmas. Top of League. Oh, why can't the caps? Come on, caps lock. Top of League One. For here we go, and we'll have a little Christmas emoji that I'll add on there in a minute as well. But there we go, Pompey top of League One for Christmas. I might just leave it as Pompey top of League One, actually. There we go. Pompey top of League One. That is the full-time whistle, ladies and gents. If you just very quickly, Andrew, you have to come and sit down and just deliver your Christmas message to the viewers.
Yes, Tom.
William Thompson said that was a good display. Now I have to clear that Canadian snow. Brilliant stream, Tom. You guys deserved the hate you got. See you on Boxing Day. Thanks, Ollie. Much appreciated, mate. Great result, top of the league. Thanks for the great streams again this year. Hope you both have a great Christmas. Nice early birthday present. Nice early Christmas present, Andrew. Your assumption of that one, mate, before we all head off and have a Merry Christmas.
We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're Portsmouth City. We're top of the league.
We'll leave it there. Have a fantastic Christmas, everyone. Pleasure of you all to join us. Ho, ho, ho. Have a safe, small Christmas. Look after yourselves. We'll see you on Boxing Day. Keep the faith. And, of course, Andrew, deliver the final message.
Play at Pompey.
I can't see you. Go again.
Play at Pompey.